Okay, how are we doing out there? First things first, my name is Ken Bird. I'm the creator of Luminous 4K screen paint using ambient light rejection technology gain times 8. Today we got a really interesting projector we're using right now. Now keep in mind the projector is in 4.3 because that's the only thing it can do is 4.3. This projector does not have that capability. Now usually, some of the times in some of the demonstrations, I'm using either Optima GT5500 or I'm using the Sony VPL FH30 projector or some of the other projectors I have in the shop. But this projector is a very old projector. It's been around since the year of 1999. This is just to show you in this demonstration that we're going to do the entire demonstration lights on with the projector of only 1,000 lumens. The lowest lumens I have in the shop is this particular projector. Price tag for the projector cost me almost around $45. I sit and purchased it over at eBay. We're going to do a couple of things here on the projector. One of the things we're going to do is we're going to drop the settings on the projector, bring in the factory settings of low when it comes to brightness and contrast. This projector does not possess eco mode. If that has a 4.3 ratio, that's it. So first things first, let's show you the picture. We can't do it through PS4. We can't do it through Xbox One because the projector won't pick it up. It's that old. I have to run it through a Chromecast using a special adapter. All right, so first things first, let's track down where I just put my cell phone at, so that way this is where I'm streaming videos through, so we can get through this. Again, I kind of constant habit of losing stuff all over the place. Look, you just found it. Black cell phone sitting on top of my Xbox One, virtually impossible. Now in this demonstration, as I said before yesterday, when you're dealing with big companies, when they show off their screens, they're not using low entry-level projectors. When we first started off, we were using 720p projector, bottom dollar projectors, and we were making these projectors look amazing because I just want to tell my customers, oh, 720p sitting in your garage, you can bring life back to your projector. There's nothing wrong with the projector of 720p. The problem is that the screen just can't produce a better picture, and this is why they keep advancing on better projectors, just to give you a better picture quality from the projector. Keep in mind, I've done this on the 43. So I'm just going to randomly go through some stuff through my Chromecast videos I have set up. Because like I said, I can't do this through the PS4 or PS5 because it's just not going to pick up. Now I'm going to turn around and show you how the projector we're using, but first I want you to see the picture quality, what we're getting off the projector, the greens, the blues, how deep the colors are, how natural they are. But keep in mind the projector was manufactured in the year of 1999. It is only 1,000 lumens and it sits back in my room around 12 feet 5 inches. As you can see all the corners in the environment, as I always show you in all my demonstrations. The corners. Tell the story. That's me bumping something right now, my stand. So let's come back here. Just dizzy the daylights out of myself just now. So usually people feel that they have to spend a lot of money when it comes to a projector. They have to go out and they have to get high power lumens, and they have to get the 4K 1080p. They have to get all the bells and whistles, 20,000 to 1 contrast. This projector has a 200 to 1 contrast. That is it. That's it, 200 to 1. All right, so first things first, let me pause the video. And let's make sure we got enough light in the environment because curtains right now are bothering me a bit. I think it should be a bit brighter in here, don't you think? If you look at my curtains, right, my curtains are very thin. You can see things through curtains. There's no awnings, nothing blocking anything at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and I'm going to remove this. I'm going to move this all together, take this off. Let's let a little bit more light get into the environment. We want it as bright as possible in here. So, let's get all this down right here. I know my neighbors are probably looking at me like, what is wrong with that man? He keeps pulling his curtains down, he keeps putting them back up. Like, what is wrong with him? So now we got plenty of light in the environment, and that's me stepping on a controller, which I shouldn't be doing. All right, so plenty of light coming in the environment. Once you look around, once you see it, the room is nice and bright. Now I'm going to show you the projector we're using. Over here, this right here is my old faithful. This is a Sony projector, one I used in the demonstration outside. So you can get the model number right there. That is a VPL X1000. Look it up for yourself. This projector, I think, was manufactured around in 1999, around that era. Projector is 4.3. That's the projector right there, 4.3. And a person walking by with a dog. You can see right into my room right from here. So I'm going to put those curtains back up eventually because they can see this is my room. But like I said, with the curtains, like I said, it doesn't make a difference. It's light filters to the room. And I'm using more light than anybody else is using in the demonstration or any of the demonstration. That projector right there, sorry, there's no 1690. It doesn't exist on this projector. It doesn't have, I'll show you the back of it later on the video's over, but it doesn't have all the bells and whistles that you would get often everyday, even everyday 720p projector just doesn't have it. And this is what we're pulling off our technology. Now, if I can make a projector look this good, imagine how it's going to look if I use this on a projector of any ones I have here in the shop. All right, let's go pull up some beautiful fish. We're doing fish. No, this is the black screensaver. So I just want to show you about, well, he's using a very high powered projector. No, that's a low bottom dollar projector right there. Very low bottom dollar projector. Like I said, you can get them on eBay for around somewhere around about $45. So you're lucky some places got them for $25. All right, just had somebody take a peek at my freaking window. And we got a golf tournament going on. I got to show you this real quick. We have to do golf tournaments and golf down here. Let me cover this up a little bit. Right into my room. Yeah, we have golf tournaments, and depending on see how where my gate sits at, they come right up to the gate. So. Now, like I said, this is being displayed on a projector manufactured in 1999. 720p, 1,000 lumens. That's it. None of the high-tech stuff you have sitting in your projector right now in your home is not possessed in this projector at all in any way whatsoever. Now look at the colors, look how deep and beautiful the colors are. All right, let's grab us another one real quick. Let's grab, I got a few of them here loaded up. Let's grab the fish. Let's get the tropical fish. I'm going to put them in for right now to actually load up some other videos. See how deep the blues are? And this is uncalibrated. This projector has never, I don't even know how you would even begin to calibrate this thing. All right, so let's prove a theory here. Let's go over and let's grab ourselves some colors first. We're going to start off with white screensavers first. And we're going to go in and, because, you know, some people say, well, you know, it doesn't really make a difference. So, hold on for a minute. I got to lift it up because there's no lens shift here. Not on this thing. All right, so let's go first. What I mean by contrast is everything. We're just going to grab everyday cheap screen paint mix right here. This is what it is. All right. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a color code on here, which I like to do. I'm going to change the color first, I think, over to white, which I like to do the white ones, white color first, or neutral colors first. Let's go to, I think I do have white screensaver on here. Let me check this out for a minute. I think I do have white screensaver on here. Do I have it? As a matter of fact, let's go with the, we have white screensaver. A little easier for me to do it on my phone because everything's set on here. I've done these videos. So white settings first. My 1999 Sony projector. Keeping it old, keeping it real, keeping it real. Okay, so let's go up here. We'll put up the cheap screen paint mix first on the screen. Then we'll come over here and we'll grab some black. Get some black house paint. Everyday black house paint. We're going to drop the settings on this projector too, just to let you know. So I'm going to drop the settings on the projector. So we'll show you the inside. Wait till you see the settings inside this projector. You can laugh if you want. It's quite hilarious. It's no, it's an old projector. And then we'll put one on the black right there. So we got one on black house paint. We have another one on what's the word for it? Gray screen paint mix. Now, as you can see in the demonstration, the gray screen paint mix is producing a high white level, where the black is producing a darker image than our screen. So what we're going to do is I'm come over here and try to figure out. I keep forgetting I'm not using controllers anymore here. I'm using a cell phone. We're going to switch over to the color. Switch over to the color red. Just bring that up real quick. We'll bring up red. Red, color red. There we go. I'm going to do things differently than over here. Okay, as you can see that the image here on using red that the gray screen paint mix will fade out and wash out. And projector, like I said, keep in mind, it's an old projector. Over here, where you're picking up too much of a heavy black level, the screen is coming up too dark and too dirty. There, if you notice, any projector I change out in the shop reacts the exact same way. Let's pull up blue. There we are in blue. Now, even though somebody say, well, that's not a real challenge because you do have a gray screen. You do have just an everyday gray screen paint mix. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a high performance sample sheet, which is the Cinema Gray, actually Cinema Gray 5D, and we're going to put that on the other side. So we have a high performance screen also there too. All right. So now we have in a fully lit environment, we have a gray Cinema 5D, we have black house paint here, and then we have a gray screen paint mix here. And to show you that how our technology is producing an amazing image, even on a projector, actually proper colors, even on a projector of only 1,000 lumens. Okay, so let's go over here. We did red. Let's pull up pink. We'll pull pink up. We'll pull up a pink screen next. There's a pink screen. We got several shades of pink. There we go. Let's see what other colors we have on here. So another one. Go again, another color. All right, about that one. Just put up different shades of colors. Let's pull up green. With the color green. All right, so we're using a Sony DPL 11 Sony PVL X1000 720p projector at 1,000 lumens. That's what we're using right now. I'm trying to pull up green. We're not getting green here. I got to use my, when this projector is so old, it will not pick up a signal through it will not pick up a signal through a PS1 or Xbox One. It won't pick it up. There we are, blue. Show you the reaction. As I said before, black screen paint oversaturated, too much contrast, so the screen's coming too dark. The screen paint mix here does not show contrast, and this right here is a gray Cinema 5D right there, a new screen right there, which is not picking up the color properly. Like I said, they can pick up a white level, no problem. There's a white level popping up right now. Pure white level. As you see, our screen's producing a higher white level than the black surface. But as you can see, you're picking up a higher white level on the cheap mix. Over here, the Cinema Gray 5D. As I said before, just because the screen picks up a high white level, that doesn't... The screens pick up too high of a white level, they can't pick up contrast, which means you can't get a deeper, richer image, and that means the screen will fade in a fully lit environment. All right, we'll come over here, we'll pick up blue. I like it better with this because I can switch even faster when it comes to the colors. We're back to blue. All right, let's go in. Let's try to get that. I was looking for a green, a solid green. But let's pick up gray. Let's do gray right now since we're looking for gray. We're going to pick up a solid image of gray. So there we are with a solid image of gray. As you said, the screen cannot even pick up gray at all, period. It's just going to pick up a kind of a light color. The best color it can possibly push up. That's what it's going to try to bring up. All right, let's come out of here. Let's try to get that green screen. I'm going to try to get that green colored screen to come up. That's what we need. All right, here we are. Found one. Let's bring it up real quick. Bring up a solid green. There you go. And like I said, if you want to see the projector, there it is right there. That's what I'm using in the demonstration right now. Old Sony projector, manufactured in the year of 1999. I'll show you the settings inside. Pretty, very retro, very old projector. 1.3 is 200:1 contrast. Again, 200:1 contrast. That's all. Oh, that's how low the contrast levels on this projector. 1,000 lumens, 720p, and it's an XGA projector. That's it. All right, now keep in mind, like I said, if I can make, I'm not even using, over here on the floor, we have the Optima GT5600 at 3,000, at 20,000:1 contrast. The projector is 1080p. This projector over here, which we have is the big boy Sony projector. The Sony projector over here is the VPL FH30 4300 lumens 1920 by 1200. That's a full 1080p projector, full 1080p projector here. And here I'm using this projector right here. That's $45. Old projector. You probably wouldn't even look at. If it was on eBay for sale right now, you probably wouldn't even look at it twice. Because you would take it home and put it on your screen, which will probably be white or gray, and say, man, this thing's a piece of crap. Then you'll go out and you'll spend the money for a more expensive projector, thinking that's going to fix your problem. If I can't get that 4300 lumen Sony projector on my floor, that huge venue projector, to look good on the screen, what chance you think of your projector is going to look like on the screen? There you go. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I can just say I like going out and getting the old projectors, man. It's the whole purpose. I told you, look, anytime you're watching a demonstration on some of these high-end screens, I told you, big companies, you let me know when you've ever seen a demonstration like this one. We'll say like this one, using an old projector to demonstrate their screen. And if you do find one, or someone using a projector of my caliber, I'll give you free screen paint for a year. Anything we design, anything we develop, whether it be a 9, 10, a Supreme 20, Supreme 50, whatever it may be, you will get it for free if you could find one. You won't. Because you know what they're going to do? Like I said, the whole thing, when they set up those video demonstrations, everything is set up. The lighting's set up, the environment's set up, where the screen is being set up, where the projector's being set up. The whole entire environment's been staged to make the screen and projector look amazing. Make the room look like it's full of ambient light. Give it like a really home setting, you know what I mean, that a person can relate to. You don't realize all this is being set up as you go along. This is live. We're doing it as we go along. There's nothing being set up. So, okay, so let's go up and let's bring up some pictures right here. Let's bring up. So we're going to grab, I'll play the fish right now. I'm going to grab me another video while I'm bringing up the fish. So we'll let that play right now. And we'll bring up some OLEDs. Right quick. Oh, wait, I forgot to do something really good. I do apologize. I'm sorry. Moving too fast. And that's what I also, too, like to show you out my window, too. You look at my window. You see, I can see my trees and everything. This is how light my curtains are. I like a lot of light to filter it into my environment. I don't like it dark. If I can't see things on the other end, it kind of drives me a little nuts. So if you notice in my demonstrations, if you ever see a window, you can see objects on the other side of the window. Now I got these privacy curtains that are bought that I can see outside, but they can't see in, but allows a lot of natural light to come in. I don't like to be in a dark environment, you know. And I see that as in a lot of evidence because it's the only way they can get to keep as much light off the screen as possible. All right, so we're back again. I had to put these right back up again one more time. Here we are. Like I said, cheap screen paint mix, and over here we have a elite screen, cinema grade 5D. We'll get right up on the screen so you can see it. Now you're probably thinking, okay, you're looking at the black screen. You're probably thinking, well, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. It's black screen paint. No. Bad, very bad. I'll show you why. All right, so let's pull up some white snowstorms. All right, we're gonna get the black screen paint right there. All right, because like I said, any surface can pull up contrast. Any surface can pull contrast. Any surface can do that. So let's go back here. Let's grab our white first. We'll grab our white. There, right there. All white, solid. There you go. Now you see it now? You see how dirty the screen gets? Let's go pull up the Skywork demonstration I like to do with the lake. I'm in the kitchen because there's a lot of natural colors in that one. I like that one. Skywork demo. We've got that already set up from the door. Right here. These are the stuff I already have on my cell phone because I do these demonstrations over and over again. And this is why it shows up on my phone. If my voice is a little deep, it's because when I get up in the morning, two ways my voice is deep is when I'm in the morning, when I get up, and basically if I'm sick. If I'm sick, I sound like Darth Vader, lie to you not. That's when you know you have to get as far away from me as possible because I will infect you. All right, so we'll go back and we'll bring up the food commercial right here, which I like to do. All right, let's bring it back a little bit. And there you go. As I said before, any form of black paint, black material cannot pull a white level. So that means the image is going to pull contrast. It's just that when you get to basically trying to display a white level, it will come out dirty. And just keep in mind, we're not using a high power projector over here. There's no high power projector behind me. We're using a very low entry level projector. There you go. This projector is not going to be the best in quality. It's an old projector, right? But as you can see, look how dark the paint looks, black paint. And look how white the levels look on our technology at 1,000 lumens. We only have 1,000 lumens we're using. Remember what I explained to you before, that when you have a projector, even at 1,000 lumens, even at 10,000 lumens, depending on how much light you have in the environment and how far the projector sits back, depends on how much of your lumens are going to be cut down before it makes it to the screen. You're not going to start off with 1,000 lumens and end with 1,000 lumens when you hit the screen. No, you're going to start off with less. That's why if you take a white screen, and if you hit it with a projector of 3,000 lumens and you turn lights on, the image starts to fade, because that means the lumen count starts to drop as it travels to the screen. If the screen's not going to pull up a high enough image or has a high enough gain to bring back a brighter image. That's why the quality fades. But if you take out all the lights, the picture quality looks amazing. That's because there's less light for the lumens to have interference with. That's why. See, when you watch demonstrations with me, those of you who know this already, you can fast forward it or whatever, how you want to do it. But those of you that are learning about this for the first time, it's your first time buying a projector, this gives you an understanding on why this happens. When you watch other people do demonstrations, all they want to do is turn up the lights and just show you how beautiful the screen looks. That's it. That's all you're getting out of that. So that way, when you go out and you buy a screen, or if you buy a screen from us, you know from the door, we don't have white screens. There is no white screens in our category, no silver screens, nothing. Because there's no purpose. Why would I sell you a white screen knowing it's not going to work? Why would I sell you a silver screen knowing it's not going to work? If I'm doing a demonstration against a high performance screen that's gray, why would I sell you a gray screen? It's pointless. All right, let's keep going on that demonstration right there. This also gives you a bit of, those of you that are shopping for projectors as we speak, it gives you something where you can say, okay, look, I can use, and here's the mind blower here. I can go to eBay right now and I can purchase just about any name brand projector I want, consider to this one, and it will look amazing on my screen. I don't got to worry about if the contrast is good enough. I don't have to worry about if the projector has a good color wheel. I don't have to worry about whether it's 4K or if it's 1080p or if it's 720p. I don't got to worry about any of that. Just buy the projector, throw it against the screen, and voila, there you go. Got a beautiful picture. Technology is in screens. Projector is on the screen. People are sitting there going through nightmares trying to pick which projector is the right one with the color specification. You're driving yourself insane. With our technology, you don't have to worry about that. Because the minute you get there and you throw it up on that white or gray screen, the image is going to start to fade and wash out. And the first thing's going to pop into your mind, oh, my lumen count isn't high enough. Or I must get a higher contrast ratio. All right, let's pop out of here real quick. We're going to leave this one alone. All right, so we can already see the results of our technology versions. Now, keep in mind, we're going to do a couple more. So what we're going to do here is, right now, we're going to grab the lighter screens we're going to have here. We'll take the black one down right now. And, oh, and by the way, I'm so sorry to apologize. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day or night, depending on where you're at in the world. I do forget, sometimes I get caught up in these videos, and I forget to say how you're doing. Just to say hello, how you doing? Some people may be having a bad day. Wake up in the morning, you're having a bad day. You think everything's going down the drain or whatever. Just want to say hello to you. How you doing? Make sure we're all, sometimes I tell people, I had a friend of mine, and I heard this story before. It's a friend. Your friend used to do it all the time, but I guess he must have read it from somebody else. He used to just wave hi to random people. And I read that somebody doing this before, just waving hi to random people. And I think, why would you do that? Because you never know. If somebody's having a bad day, you wave hi to them, and I mean to brighten their day. You know? We all live on this rock together. We all have to learn to get along. All right, so here we are showing off. We're going to do one here, contrast. Let me pull up my phone real quick. Keep in mind, screens have my projector has a 200-to-1 contrast. Also proves the theory why you need contrast. You know what, this color is washing out on you. All right, so we have 200 to 1 contrast. Let's go in here and let's bring up this famous star field demonstration. This is a demonstration that a lot of light screens will stay away from because they cannot do it. All right, star field demonstration. This is the screensaver. Now, star field demonstration, voila, here we go, boom. Now, 200 to 1 contrast. So at 200 to 1 contrast, my screen, my projector, as old as it is, will still pull a contrast level. But then some of you are thinking, well, that's not fair because the screens that you're using are lighter. Well, that's the reason. That's the whole purpose of what I'm trying to explain to you. Just because your screen somewhat pulls a higher white level doesn't mean contrast is not important. Contrast is very important. I had somebody tell me, well, you know, you're not going to use contrast all the time. Yes, you are. Contrast is in everything that you use. Everything. I don't know how you're doing a demo on OLED demonstrations if your screen's not black. It's in everything. You play Modern Warfare, Call of Duty. We all play Call of Duty, right? Call of Duty, and you get into certain stealth missions where it's just complete darkness. I mean, so dark you literally can't see jack on the screen with the lights on. So you have to turn the lights off so you can actually see what's in the corner waiting to shoot you. Batman, any of those games that require any kind of state mode, stealth mode, anything. Any game you play is going to have contrast. So Borderlands 3 has contrast through the entire game. The levels of that game are just completely black. That moon, I think it's a moon, I forget, it's a moon demo, whatever, you fight the moon mayhem, whatever it is, it's nothing but darkness up there. So when you're playing on light gray screen, the first thing you got to do is you got to turn out your lights because you can't see anything. It whitewashes, it washes out. And keep in mind, you're using a much better projector than I have behind me. All right, so let's grab some really dark. These are the darkest sample sheets I can get my hands on. We have the Dark Star 9. I want you to look how dark this screen is. Just have a look at it. The new one's coming in the mail, so don't worry about it. But look how dark this is. Now, you would think a screen this dark is going to pull up a contrast level, right? But it can't. It's going to pull up shades of gray. The darker the screen means the screen's just going to pick up shades of gray. That's all. It's not going to pull up true black levels. So keep in mind, if you buy a gaming projector, you know what I mean? That Optima is like a gaming projector right there. You buy an Optima, you know what I'm going to do? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy that Optima gaming projector. I think it's a GT 1080p Derby, whatever it is. I'm going to buy one of those. Now, we're going to game on a light screen or gray screen or whatever, and we'll game on a black screen. And I'll show you what that projector at Derby looks like on a black screen. I mean, you gamers go out there and you spend money. Some of you guys are builders. You build computers. You got massive graphic cards. You want the best of the best. You want the best when it comes to your monitors. You want the best when it comes to your colors. Can't pull that on a gray screen because you need that contrast to make that color pop. But as you're watching it right here live, doing a Starfield demonstration, we're pulling up black levels on a projector that uses 201 contrast, not 20,000. Let's go grab, let me see. What we got here? This right here is, look at the color of the screen right here. See how dark it is. It's a matinee black. Someone was asking about Seymour AV. Yes, I have Seymour AV here. That's a matinee black. If you ever order a sample sheet, I know my nails are dirty, but if you order a sample sheet, that's a matinee black. Now, consider the fact, like I said, the sale we're having right now, $179 for 2 quarts of this technology that you can code on anything. You can go to eBay right now and you can buy a motorized projection screen for $68 with free shipping to your front door, a 92-inch, and you can code it with that technology. And you can outperform. You can have a screen that would cost you, this screen right here would cost you, not to put down Elite screens in any way, but that Dark Star 9 is a $3,000 projection screen. This Great Cinema 5D is probably around 900. Probably around 900 to 1100 at the most. It would cost you around for that screen right there. And you can go to eBay and get a screen at $68. I'll put a link in the merch in. You want that screen? I'll put a link in the merch. That's when I used that screen in a few of my demonstrations of $68, an all white screen. And then with screen paint costing, with the special promotion of $179, you still come out way cheaper. If you were to buy a Dark Star 9 in a motorized screen, you have any idea what that would cost you? A fixed frame alone would cost you $3,000. As a matter of fact, we'll do that too. I'm going to buy another one of the screens, and we're going to turn the, well, I did it already. We already did the paint on screen already, so I'm going to get a tension screen this time. All right, so let's get the matinee black here. So we can see which one of these screens. Now, we already know the gray screen paint is not going to pick up a contrast level It's just not going to do it, okay? It's just not going to happen. Even if I get, someone say, well, what about if you get a darker mix? I love it when they call screen paint mixes. Let's go to darker mix. This is a darker mix right here. All right, darker mixes, let me tell you something. There's nothing different about a darker mix and a light mix. There isn't. And I'll tell you why. A darker mix, all it is just actually more black added in. That's all it is. There's nothing different between it. It's the same paint. So pretty much when you buy, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to be nice here. You buy a screen paint somebody and say, okay, this is my dark mix right here. I'm going to explain something to you that. It's just adding more black to the paint to make it darker. It's the equivalent of me buying a wagon, selling it to you, jumping over your gate and stealing it from you, and painting it a different color and bringing it back to you and selling it to you again. It's the same wagon, it's just a different color. That's all. Still gonna react the same way. That's why when I did my demonstration, well, that one decided to quit for me on his own. When I did the demonstration showing off the 9, everybody thought the 9 was black. When I threw gray on top of it, it looked gray. When I threw black on top of it, it put up a different shade of black. It put up the same shade color code as the Supreme 8 does. But when you throw the screen against the wall, it comes up as a gold kind of bronze kind of look to it. It isn't what it is. It seems to be one thing, but it isn't what it is. It reacts different. The red wagon is still going to be the red wagon. It's going to perform the same way no matter what. It's not going to make the wheels bigger. It's not going to make it jump. It's not going to do this. The only slight thing it's going to have it's going to be a different color, which means the same scenario when it comes to gray paints, gray screen paint, and light screen paint. It's just the same wagon. It's just a different color. That's all. All right, so let's go over here. Let's put the gray up. We got the dark gray. Now, if I got a dark star 9 sitting up there, what makes you think that screen's going to come? The dark gray screen's going to come up. So there's a dark gray screen right there. As you can see, it's coming up dark gray. It's not pulling a black level. It would be to match our screen. Mind you, projector's 200 to 1. So to 1, like I said, our screen's still going to pull a higher black level. If I switch out the projectors and I use the projector over here, the op 20,000 to 1, it reacts the same way. It's not going to change. That's all a dark gray screen paint is. It's just more black added in to make the screen darker. The only difference is it's just going to pull a better contrast level. That's basically about it. Than a gray screen, than a light gray screen. That's just basic common sense. The darker the screen, the better the contrast is going to be. All right, so let's take these off. Matter of fact, let's come out of here real quick. We're going to take this one off right here because you got one of the things I find interesting about that particular demonstration. I keep going back and forth. When that particular individual keeps showing off that light gray screen paint, saying, "Look, you don't need contrast, you don't need AR, you need AR." If you didn't need AR technology, why in the world would Elite Screens be up there talking about AR technology if you didn't need it? Why would there newer screens that were in the show of 2020? Why would those screens be sporting AR technology? Which I don't consider the screens that have AR technology. But why would they be bragging and boasting about that if it wasn't important? So someone's going to tell you it's not important, you don't need it, and his screens react without it. No, your screens don't react without it because majority of your videos are done in dark. That's why. Now, if you want to show that you're doing AR, ambient light rejection technology, do it in a fully lit environment, and do it on a star field like I'm doing right here. And demonstrating you're watching me do will never be done on a light gray screen. All right, so we're coming out of here. Let's pull up some black level tests really quick. Black level tests on a projector that is using a 200 to 1 contrast. Okay? So let's see what we got here. Now, we did this already at 20,000, which basically shows it doesn't make a difference. Completely useless to use 20,000 to 1, but 200 to 1 is pretty low. So let's do a black level test. Black level test, black level test. All right, first things first, we'll bring up the OLED with the fish. That dance across the board for a little bit. Bring it back. Previously playing. Anything we're previously playing, we'll start off where it started from. All right, so here we are. Fully lit environment. Nice and bright. Now, really quick, I'm sorry to pause the video. Before someone comes in and says, what are the settings on your projector? Keep in mind that all the screens are being subjected to the same amount of light that my projector is producing. Now, if it was my projector my screen by itself, then you can question the settings in the projector. But since we have multiple screens that are sitting here being displayed and being used by the same projector, there's no point in that. But I'm still going to send you this because we're going to do that demonstration. We're going to do everything. I don't hide anything from you. There we go. This also destroys the, when we have customers that will come in and tell me that the screen is too dark and they can't pick up an image. Well, here I am, my friend. I'm in my room in a fully lit environment using a projector of 1,000 lumens. That's so outdated that most people would pretty much take this projector, gut it, fill it with sand, and stick it by their door. Yet I'm pulling up an image. So if you can't pull, you're saying you can't pull up an image at 3,000 lumens, at 2,500 lumens, at 1,500 lumens, and I'm doing this on 1,000 lumens in a fully lit environment? Come on. This is what we test our projectors on. You see that projector right there? I love this projector. If our screen can pass that projector test outside, it's worth our time. Now see that? Contrast is everything. See how everything is out? Too bright, too bright. I love you guys. I really do. Not just saying that. I do love you guys. Yeah, when adapter came, I said, yes, I was so excited. I'm going to use a cheap projector today. Yes. How many people get excited about using a cheap projector for a demonstration? Now, keep in mind, because you're seeing me use this projector behind me, please do not use cheap knockoff projectors. We do not support those projectors. I'm telling you, I can go right now on eBay and I can get myself let's go with a 7,000 lumen 4K knockoff projector and put it side by side next to my, I've done this before already, next to my 1,000 lumen projector, and I can blow that projector clean out of the water. All right, so let's come out of here real quick. We're going to bail out of this one real quick. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. Let's do the black level test right here. This is the black level test demonstration. And the black level test demonstration, that means the background has to come up black and the colors have to pop. Let's go back to the beginning. Oh, last announcement also too, the big boy package deal we have for that Sony Venue projector. One left in the shopping cart. That's it. Once that's gone, that deal is it's over and done with. That is, for those you don't know, is the massive projector I'm using right here. PL FH30 projector that is 4,300 lumens, has that twin picture-in-picture mode, so you can watch two screens at the same time. Also too has lens shift capability. It is WXGA widescreen format, and also too the projector has a lot of extra perks. These are commercialized projectors. So the projector is 1920, I said that right, 1920 by 1200, and it's WXGA. All right, so that projector right there is coming with a gallon of our Supreme 8 screen paint. Will allow you to be able to paint a screen size of 100 inch to 180 inch. It does come with a surface. You got a choice of two, indoor, outdoor, because these screens are designed to be used outdoor and indoor. Outdoor screen is going to come with, it's a 150 inch screen with grommets. The indoor screen is smooth canvas, which means there's no nips and picks and all that stuff that's going to damage the screen. It's a canvas used for artwork. That surface is 9 feet by 12 feet. So that package is going for around, I think they're around $862, somewhere around that price. Please, we do not ship these overseas. Somebody did order one that was supposed to be shipped overseas, so we're going to take care of it. You're still going to get the projector. We're going to ship it out to you, but we do not supposed to ship these things overseas. At the bottom, it has detailed instructions saying we do not ship them overseas due to the shipping costs. Okay, it's very costly to ship one of these bad boys overseas because of the projector's size. With the United States, we ship them for free. We got one left in the shopping cart. When it's gone, it's gone. That shopping cart will be closed out. I don't think I'm going to be getting any more of those in. All right, let me see right there. And that projector looks insane. That's 4,300 lumens. Boom, overkill. Looks amazing. All right, so we came out of that one right there. Let's go over and let's grab a city background with a 200:1 contrast projector. Now, like I said, for those of you who are going to say, well, Ken, it's not fair because the screens you're using are light screens. That's a black screen. Well, you just answered my question when I told you that contrast is everything. If you're thinking that way, you just answered your own question. That's why I keep telling you contrast is everything. People want to tell you that, no, you don't need contrast. But yet, when they show you demonstrations like this, they're sitting in the dark. Want to swap out your TV? You want to get yourself a projection screen in your living room? You want to have one of those little sleek ultra short those with that giant massive screen? You want to have all that? Well, guess what? In order to do that, you have to have a screen that's going to be able to produce an image in a fully lit environment. People think, oh, if I get a powerful projector, it'll do all the work. No, it won't. You won't see your contrast. You won't see your color pop. You won't see anything. Color blue. Color green. Right there, it is a color gray. Gray, mind you, you're still not picking it up. Let's go over and let's pull up, yes, white levels. You want to see white levels? We'll pull white levels. I'll tell you before 1,000 times. I will not shy away from that demonstration. Told you before that a black screen will never be able to produce a white level high enough to hit a white screen, but a white screen is generating too much white light. Even gray screens generate too much light. So let's go over, that's great. Let me bring it back. Let's find the white one. There we go. Let's get the white one. There we go. Color white. Now, see, most people, when they watch demonstrations like this, the first thing that pops in their mind is, it's white. And we've been over this 1,000 times. It's white. So that means if it's white and it's producing a higher white level, that means it's going to produce a brighter and brighter image than the black screen. And the black screen is going to come out with a dirty image, where the white screen is going to produce a high, white, bright image. But that's what you would think. But that's not true. You need contrast in order to pull proper color balance. Because if you have too much white in there, then the screen fades. There you go. But they would have you believe that. You have to have bright, bright, bright. No. That's why if you watch any demonstrations on anybody else's, they're using light gray screens. The minute it comes to any form of contrast, if any form of contrast flashes on that screen automatically turns a tannish color. All right, so that right there is done. So let's move on from there. Let's go over and let's look at the level inside of my projector. I know you're probably going to ask, what is the settings inside your projector? Are you really kidding me? In that thing, you want to see the settings? All right, then let's do that. All right, so what we're going to do is want to get some black paint on cardboard. You know what I mean? There we go right there. Let's move this out of the way. I had yesterday a bowl. Hey, you ever had chocolate Lucky Charms? And you have chocolate? It's amazing. I love chocolate Lucky Charms. You know, some people saying, well, you want my video to be more professional. They want me to talk about all this. No, I'm having fun. I'm having fun. Whatever you do, you got to have fun at it. All right, so that's the black right there. As I told you, black does not produce a white level. It comes out dirty and it comes out dark. That's what black does. If it doesn't have white levels. And when it comes to a black screen, you have to have white levels. It's very important. Just like when you have a gray screen, you have to have black levels or white levels. You know what I'm talking about. So first things first, let's go over and figure out where the cell phone went. All right. And we'll pull up some white levels first. All right. Now, in my demonstrations, and you mark my words, I've said it many times, that I never said that a black screen would ever be able to produce white levels as high as a white screen or gray screen. Such like a gray screen will never be able to produce a white level as high as a white screen. That's virtually impossible because the screen is white. All right. But our black technology can produce a white level that is higher than any black screen. So let's go over first, as I showed you before, we did the color white first. All right, now from white, as you can see, the black screen is not pulling up a high enough white level and it's coming up dirty. So if we put in red, what's going to happen is it's going to oversaturate and it's going to pull up a darker red. It can't pull up a natural red. If it comes to blue, it does the same reaction. Same reaction if we go in and we hit green, same reaction. Can't pull up bright white images. Image comes up dirty. We pull up pink. I don't know why pink keeps coming up as white. I don't know why, but it just does on this one. There we go. We just pull, that's not pink, trust me. I'd be colorblind if I thought that was pink. And we'll bring up a sky blue. There you go. Now, we'll go from there. Let's go bring up, let's see. It'll pull contrast, don't worry. All right, so what we do is we have to go back to the, let me see if I can find it. Here we go. I like doing this particular demonstration because I like how bright the colors are in this environment. Nice and bright, nice and bright. I like this particular demonstration. It just points it out on what you're really getting. So as I showed you the different colors on how dark they were coming out first to show you what you were really getting. That's what you were really seeing. Forget the camouflage where you see a display of all these different colors on the screen. It's camouflaging what you should be seeing. That's why we take all that away and we do straight colors. Blue, green, red, so you can see how it's going to react. Then we put it all together and you can see how it looks, or how it really looks. Now this is at a distance, right? You're seeing this at a distance. We go over to the lady here, and we get up close, and there you go. Can't pull white light. I can get right up on the screen. Once you get right up on the screen, now I want to see right up on the screen. I want to see the difference between your product, black paint, against the screen. Show me. Oh, there you go. That's what you get from a black screen. Does this look familiar? Somebody did a demonstration on our product. It came out just like that. Why? Because it was black paint. That's why. That's how black paint reacts on a screen. Now keep in mind, like I said, our projector is 1,000 lumens. Look at this. Now what we're going to do is going to come back here. I have to put the screen on a black mode because you can't, like I said, these projectors are pretty old on the inside. Let's pull up a black mode. We've got to switch this back and forth. We should be doing it here, but I want you to see the settings. We're going to bring it down some. Let's first things first. Let's bring up white. We'll bring out all white first. All right. So all white first. All right. Now let's go over to, you see we have it in all whites. You can see it from there. We're going to hit all black because I want you to see the settings. This is the only way you're going to see the settings because they're so light they actually blend into the screen. I had a hard time basically trying to figure out exactly what button was what. Okay, let me see if we get this here. All black. So we're going to put up all black so you can see my settings. Now we're going to go over to the menu. And so you can see the settings. I'll put you right here. You should be good right here. I'll put you right there. All right, I'll put you right there. You should be able to see my settings from there. All right. Let's go over to my settings. My projector menu. This thing is old. When I tell you it's old, the menu is old. Look at that. Look how old that menu is. Look how old the menu. Told you it's old. That's it. That's all it's in my menu right there. That's how old the projector is. I wasn't joking when I told you the projector was manufactured in 1999. I wasn't joking with you. All right. Let me see. Let's go over to. That's the screen size. No, we need to go over into. We need to go over into we need to go to brightness. Brightness is right there. So let me hit that. We'll go down one. Nope, that's contrast. Wrong one. Let's go back up. Let me see. I got to navigate through this, so bear with me. All right. So we're going to go down to brightness. We need to go one down to brightness. That's contrast. Let's hit our enter here at the bottom, so you can see. My brightness level is at 92, which means keep in mind all the screens that we're sitting up here, we're hitting a brightness level of 92, not just my screen. That's why I did them all together. So let's bring it down some. 92, we're bringing it all the way down. That's maxed out. We got it the wrong way. Let's bring it all the way down to the minimum of 0. There we go. That's the minimum right there. All right, projector does not possess eco mode, so there's no eco mode on the projector at all whatsoever. All right. Now we're switching over to a white level. My brightness is minimum. It's all the way down on my projector to 0. You watch me pull it all the way down. Look at the image. Now, for any naysayers out there who want to question my product, that's a 1,000 lumen projector. It's not 43, it's not 25. The other projector I used was 2,500 lumens on eco mode. This is a 1,000 lumen projector at 12 feet back in a fully lit environment. It's pulling up, my screen's pulling up an image that is brighter than a black piece of cardboard coated in black paint at 1,000 lumens. Told you, I love backing stuff up. Don't challenge me. I love it. I get a thrill out of it. I do love you for challenging me. Come on, if I didn't get challenged, then I would have to do my work. I need someone to challenge me. You make me better. You make me much, much better. All right, so now let's go to contrast. Contrast is really going to drop the screen low, and contrast is going to really make the screen really, really dark. But let's see what we can get out of this. We got to switch it over to black first because that's the only way, like I said, I can see the menu. I'm having a ball here. Keep in mind, this is my first time doing this demonstration. Usually when we do demonstrations, we keep everything in factory. So when I get a projector and it stays in the factory settings, which in factory everything just right down the line. So I don't change anything over. I started doing these demonstrations because somebody bought it up in a room. Somebody says, hey, what's your projector settings? I think your projector is too bright. That's what it is. And I was like, you know what? That would make an insane freaking demonstration. So there you go. Thank you so much for that because I'm really enjoying myself here on that. All right, so let's bring it down to, we got to bring down the black screen. I'll put the black screen back in so I can see my menu. We already have the brightness down to 0. Right, we got the brightness down to 0. Let's go over into our menu right here, and let's go down. Very old retro menu right there. Oh, sorry, we're wrong section right over there. Let's go back up. That's it. That's all that's in the menu. The menu's that old. Okay. We'll hit picture on that one. We'll come down. Now we're in contrast. We're going to hit contrast. At the bottom, you will see contrast displayed. With the bar standing in the middle, you really can't see what you're seeing. There we go. There's contrast displayed at the bottom. The contrast is going to bring it down. It should be so dark it may match the screen. So it may be really, really dark. It's 1,000 lumens, keep in mind. Well, let's see what happens. We're all going to see this together on live. Let's bring it all the way down. Bring it all the way down to the minimum. This is going to be really, should be really, really dark. There we go. Now we're going to come up. This projector doesn't exist. Whew. I'm curious to see what's going to happen. That's my old phone. My phone's always dirty. That's okay. All right, we're going to do a pure white demonstration right here. Come on. Load up. All right. Yes, okay. So right now we are displaying pure white right there. So you can see the shade right here in the background. That's pure white. So keep in mind, on a projector of 1,000 lumens, we brought it all the way down, the contrast all the way down to minimum. We brought the brightness all the way down to minimum. And as you can see, it's still producing, even though the shade is dark, very, very dark, as you can see, it's still producing a lighter shade than the black paint in the middle. And to prove that, let's show you something even. Let's prove that right there. We're going to pull up a food demonstration of the girl in the kitchen. We got the contrast way down. But as you can see, look at this. And get myself out of the way real quick. There you go. All right. That's with the minimum down. All right. Now, come out of here for a minute. We'll pause this, right? And we're just going to bring up the bare minimum. Contrast will drop the screen into our menu right here. Onto our menu, let's bring it over to, is my phone blocking what I need it not to block? Let's see, we need to bring it into, I'm blocking too much. I can't see right there because my phone's blocking that. All right, there we go. Let's bring it into, bring down the, now we still got the minimum. We got the, we're going to keep the minimum of the brightness down to, down to the minimum. So I'm going to hit that first so you can see that from the door. What we got, that's the minimum for the brightness. So the minimum for the brightness is still at the bottom. We're going to go over to contrast. So we'll go back up. And we're going to hit contrast. Let's keep in mind, now the projector is setting in a mode that's much lower than your projector's home. I guarantee you, your projector right now, if you take your projector and you bring it all the way down to the bare minimum, all the way down, your screen will completely go dark. This is at the bare minimum. But we're going to keep the brightness down to at the minimum, but we're going to bring the contrast up to probably about, we'll do 10. Probably about 10, or maybe do 20. Let's do 10 first and see what happens. Let's do 10 on the contrast. All right, so we'll hit the contrast, the bottom, and we'll bring it up to 10. Minimum, come up to 10, there we go. So we got a 10. All right, we have this on black, there we go. So minimum is 10, as you can see. We'll bring it up a little bit each time. We'll bring it up to a, see what we're going to bring it up, this goes, can you see? Nope, going back. All right. We'll bring it up to around, I'll do contrast at 40. Contrast at 40. At 40 with the minimum of the brightness on, minimum of the brightness on 0. Let's bring the contrast down to a minimum of 20. Let's bring it down to 20. Minimum of 20 on an all-white screensaver. This is 20. This is the minimum of 20 on a projector of 1,000 lumens. This is the minimum. Let's bring the lights on too, because we need lights on for this. We're cheating our work here. We've got the lights off. We're cheating our work. It's not being done right. Because I need for that 1,000 lumens to be introduced to the light. It has to be introduced to light. I need the 1,000 lumens to be the struggle to hit the screen and brighten the screen. If I have it in the dark, that means the struggle isn't that great for the projector. So the more light I have in the environment, the harder the projector is going to have to struggle to be able to produce a bright enough image when it hits the screen. If people are doing this in the dark, then they failed. All right, we have it at 20. Minimum, mind you, minimum brightness. Brightness is on minimum. Let's bring it all the way up. Let's bring it at a good 40. We'll bring it at 40. So this is 40 on our screen with the minimum of the brightness being at the lowest level. So we're just using contrast right now. Brightness is still at minimum. So that's at 40 right there. Black house paint versus our technology, showing off which screen is pulling off a much brighter image. Let's go into the demonstration. Over here, it's in the kitchen, making our food. And as you can see, our technology is still pulling a much brighter image than black paint. Now, before somebody comes in and says, well, they're both dark. My friend, yes, they're both dark, but you can actually see one better than the other, which means this one right here is producing an image so dark you can barely make it out. And this one, you can see the image. And keep in mind, my projector is only at 1,000 lumens. It was manufactured in 1999. And consider the fact, too, that the projector is minimum, the brightness is all the way down to 0, which means the only thing we're doing to brighten the screen is contrast. All right, let's go in, because I got to say this because I'll have people come in and question what I'm doing as I'm doing it. Let's come in and let's bring it up to the white levels again. White screen only. All right, now white screen only. We are going to bring up contrast to, let's see. Now mind, we haven't even hit the white levels yet. We haven't hit the brightness yet. Let's show you what we have for our brightness. Quick. We'll go over and hit over. We'll hit enter. this will go down. I think this one is brightness for the bottom. I'm gonna get it right here. There we go. And then we'll hit again. If you see at the bottom, my brightness has been in minimum the entire time, which means we're just using contrast only. We haven't even touched brightness level on the screen. So let's bring the brightness up to, let's bring it up to, let's bring it to 20. We'll bring it up to a 20. Now mind you, no, you know what, that's just too easy, it's too easy. Let's keep it at 10. We're going to keep it at 10 only. So we're just going to keep it at 10 only. That's it. Now, only at 10. Bring in the demonstration again with Lady Cooking. I like that one, like I said, because I like the demonstration. It's nice and bright. We'll do it again. Now look at the white levels in the background compared to the black paint. Our brightness is at 10 on 1,000 lumens. We'll pause right here. I want you to see something. We're going to get up close so you can see for yourself. That's how high the white levels is on our technology. You're seeing it for yourself live. So how do you explain a projector of 1,000 lumens and a fully lit, and you got black house paint that's pulling up a dark image? Our screen is pulling up a high white level. That's a high white level, but a very, very good white level on a projector that's set at 10. That's the brightness at 10. Your projector right now in your house is not even sitting at 10. All right, let's go in again. Now let's bring it up to some normal levels so we can have some fun here. Let's have some fun. Let's be a little generous here. We'll bring it up to 20. We'll bring the brightness up to 20. So we'll do that right now. Let's come over here. Let's hit our white screensaver again. All right. Let's come over here and let's pull up to a 10. All right. Now keep in mind, if you feel that I'm being disrespectful in any way or being sarcastic, I do apologize. It's not towards you. This is toward the naysayers. Those who support my company, I love you to death. Thank you so much. It's never toward you. Never, ever toward you. Never get offended and think it's toward you. This is toward the individuals who constantly have to come up here and tell me that, oh, your product's just black paint. Or you're a scammer. Well, scammers don't come on live. Scammers don't do like this because scammers have something to hide, and I have nothing to hide because I'm showing you white levels. The one thing that a black screen will stay away from is white levels because they'll produce dirty images. Here I'm showing you the settings in my projector, showing you the difference between black paint and our technology, showing you different levels, showing you different demonstrations on all different forms of sample sheets and different screens and different projectors. Scammers don't do stuff like that. Scammers hide everything that they do. They always have something to hide. You don't do live demonstrations if you got something to hide. Because at any given time, I can make a mistake and you can see me for what I'm supposed to be. So that way you can question who said, here's the thing, and this is why, and I'm not to go over and over again, if you spread a nasty rumor about somebody and it starts to live, it starts to breathe, that's called a definition of character. It's called slander. You can take someone to court and you can sue the daylights out of them for it. You think I'm joking? Look it up. Contact a lawyer and ask. You start a nasty rumor in an office about somebody in the office, about them being something that they're not, and if it disrupts their comfort, their life, whatever happens, causing any kind of emotional damage, whatever nonsense goes on, you're reliable for that. That person commits suicide or they take their own life because you're responsible for that, you're going to jail for that. That's considered manslaughter. Look it up. My girlfriend slash a wife is a lawyer. You didn't know that, did you? Oh, yes, she is. She's an attorney. Oh, so are her friends, too, because usually lawyer friends have lawyer friends. So it's not going to be hard for me to do this. So she's been watching these demonstrations. She can't get involved, of course, because she knows me. But we have others that can. Yeah, my wife is an attorney. Well, girlfriend slash wife. I've been with her for 4 years. It's the same thing. But anyway, so that's how I know about some of this stuff. So if you start a nasty rumor, what he did, he went around spreading these nasty rumors, scammer. Went on for 2 years doing this. You know what happens if I walk into a courtroom with All his videos have been dubbed. So if he erases them, he can't. All his videos were dubbed and forged. We had tons of videos of him saying the word scammer over and over and over again in all his video demonstrations. And then we had videos of me doing this, live demonstrations. Every text message I've ever got from a nasty customer who said the word scammer in it, that's evidence against Mr. Jamie of his rumor. When he does demonstrations by mixing our product with black paint and deliberately trying to destroy our company, and I do demonstrations showing this, black paint versus our technology on a projector that's way lower than his, and showing you settings, that's evidence right there. I have tons of text messages from Mr. Jamie on my phone that were saved and forwarded to our attorneys of him harassing me and calling me scammers, telling me he's going to take down my company, all kinds of stuff. Do you know if you text somebody, now if you call somebody and you're talking on the phone and you say something, or verbally you say something out in the street to somebody, that's considered to be hearsay. So it's your word against that word, their word. But if you send them an email and if you send them a text message, then you can take somebody to court on that. Text message, you know, doing anything stupid. You can bring in the court on a text message. So I've been turning a blind eye on this for 2 years. It's not going to be a very pretty, but it has to be done. And the reason why it has to be done, because as I said before, the minute I showed a demonstration of a Supreme 9, not even a 10, just a Supreme 9, that fast he came in and showed a black screen, a red screen covered in black paint on one side saying this is the Supreme 9. That fast. So now, since we're going to be switching over to a new capital with the company, we're going in a different direction. We're still going to do screens and all that. We just want to do things on a much higher level, but we want to design technology on a higher level to give customers a chance to be able to have more high-end screens. You know, you would like to see our technology in an aluminum fixed frame screen or in a motorized projection screen, you know, something already done, already made. That's what we're working on next. You know, we're going to advancing the wallpaper screens beyond 100 inches, 150-inch wallpaper screen. This is stuff we're working on. But we can't have this, and we have a particular individual who's constantly doing this stuff behind our back. So we have no choice but to take the evidence we have now and slam him with a civil action, he's going to be hit with a lawsuit. That's all to it. Because we have to show that we're not somebody to play with. He has to be used as an example. You don't play with us on this level. And keep in mind, I let it go for 2 years. I've been very, very generous. You've seen the stuff this guy has done. Been very generous. When people sit there and say, well, you tested his product. Yeah, I tested his product and everything. But I'm not going to go out and call him nasty names and say things he's a scammer and this, that, and the other, because, like I said, all I can say is we made his product, and we did. We have proof. We made his product 11 years ago. You don't think I'm joking? You can go back and check my videos under Digital and Crystal Screen Paint. You can look at the timestamp, and you can see exactly we made that stuff, and we can do the same demonstration and back it up, like I'm doing right here. But that's what happens. If you spread a nasty rumor about somebody, and basically I've had people contact me and say nasty things to me and say about me and my family, and through text messages, yes, you send me a text message and it has something nasty on it, it's going to end up in court. So we have evidence that basically he brought this rumor to try to bring this rumor to life. And then with the swore confessions and the text person telling me that it was his main goal in life to basically destroy my company, I'm off on that one because I'm about to tell exactly what he's going to be hit with. I'm going to leave it be. So I'm going to leave it alone. So, you know what I mean? I worked hard at my company. You go back and you check my videos, you will see where I started off in a small little tiny room. 11 years. 11 years is a long time to be working at something. And then to have somebody try to come in, and you can't destroy it. My company grows well. We still thrive, whatever. It's business. It's going to happen either way. Whether you're going to have a neighbor next door that doesn't like you, or maybe somebody at your job, you're going to deal with one of them. Just have to basically my thing is, people were asking, I had a few people asking me already, how come I haven't filed a lawsuit against them? And it's because I just felt like a family shouldn't be subjected to other people's dumb nonsense. But since we got this new technology coming out, you know, and a few times, trust me, a few times I'm out with friends, I'm thinking, I'll let it slide. Forget it. You know what I mean? Water under the bridge, just move on. But the minute, you got to be kidding me, the minute I freaking show off one screen, a Supreme 9, and he didn't even know the color of it, he automatically hits me with he slams my technology that fast. Okay, so what is this about the cardboard? My buddy, that's a side-by-side demonstration. No, 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 no. Never call the man a scammer. That's a side-by-side demonstration. And the demonstration, yeah, it's cardboard. It's a side-by-side demonstration, just like I'm doing right now with Elite Screens. When I'm doing a demonstration against Elite Screens or DMP Supernova, any one of those companies, have you ever said they were a scammer? I said I think the ambient light rejection technology gain isn't real because it isn't. And it isn't. If you're looking at an environment that's dark, do you know the difference between a dark room and a light room? Well, if you go into a light room like this, you should be able to see everything in the environment. If you go into a room that's dark, that's not considered to be ambient light rejection. That's all I'm saying. We're doing side by sides. But no, sorry, it's not the same thing. I know you want to come in and defend your friend, but it's not the same thing. If you go around spreading a nasty rumor that someone's a scammer and they're doing all this stuff, then how come, if I'm such a scammer, I'm showing you a demonstration? First, in one of his videos, he claimed that we were selling black paint. That's black paint right there. Oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes I go in these little things, I get upset. You got to consider the fact, okay? Consider the fact sometimes when you get a little upset, you get passionate about your work. Something that you worked hard at to build, and then somebody wants to come and take it from you or destroy it. You know what I mean? You got to get passionate about your work. That's like, you know what I mean? You go and you taking your kid to school, and some kids attacking your kid. What's the first thing's going to happen? You're going to go in freaking berserk mode. You're going to want to go down there and straighten out the situation. Go down there and protect your kid. Well, my company is my child, and I will protect it, whatever it takes. So let's get back to the demonstration here. If you're going to tell everybody that I'm selling people black paint, and I've had customers contact me and say, oh, I heard it's black paint. Are you freaking kidding me? I'm going to tell you how far, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to tell you something, man. This is going to blow your freaking mind when I tell you this. I really couldn't believe how far someone would go to try to destroy somebody, how far they would go. We had in a way, it was kind of a good thing because the contract didn't go through because the company was trying to steal from us. We started developing these outdoor black inflatable projection screens. When we first started, we did these demonstrations on these black screens, right? And we had this company up in Jersey that was going to saw our screens, and they thought, okay, he said there's a screen out there that's producing an image at around 4 o'clock in the evening. Now, keep in mind, this is a company that basically has large projection screens outside for venues and parties and stuff like that. So they got to fire up their projectors around somewhere between 9 and 10, which means between all that time, they lose all that money. But if they had someone that developed a technology that would allow them to produce an image outside at 4 o'clock, how much more money they would make. So that's where the idea came from, was doing business with us. In the video, I made a big mistake. I didn't think this person would go this far. I showed in one of the documents the name of the company, and I got permission from the guy. He said it's okay because I wanted to share with people. Yeah, we just got this contract with this company, and it's we're going to another direction. I'm celebrating. I'm happy about it. I'm over in Home Depot buying some patio furniture, and I get a phone call from the guy who actually we're doing the contract with, and he told me that somebody had emailed him and told him that not to do business with us, that we're scammers. Automatically from the door knew who that was. So you mean to tell me you saw something that I displayed in a video, contacted the person who we're doing business with, had a conversation with them on the phone, sent them an email of your demonstrations of your stuff, and keep in mind they weren't interested because they were interested in using technology that could be exposed to outside light for their venue, but he didn't get any of that, and tried to sabotage a contract through our company. That fellow, who I'm still good friends with from time to time, we still talk here and there, will testify in court that he actually did this. His email popped up on his account. This is what I'm talking about, this kind of craziness. Y'all don't even know the half of it. The phone calls, I got phone call records of this guy constantly calling me and all kinds of blocked phone call messages. It's crazy. It is crazy. You have no idea. I don't know whether this guy is obsessed with me or what. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. But like I said, we're going to fix it. We'll fix it soon. When we get done with him, I guarantee he won't do it again. He won't do it again to me or anybody else. Let's go back and forth. And those of you, like I said, I apologize if I get on the offensive sometimes. You get used to sometimes people ridiculing you about every little thing. Oh yeah, here we go. Well, first things first, my friend, I have testimonies from customers who love my work, all right? And second of all, let me explain something to you. If my product was so bad, let me explain something to you. I wouldn't have companies, like I said before, like Black Diamond, who have contacted me about working with me and doing business with them. And keep in mind, Black Diamond has never ever come down to my house or any place I worked at and seen any of my screens whatsoever. They saw this from a YouTube video and sent us a message where they wanted to do business with us. If you don't believe me, I will leave a link there that's linked to my Facebook page showing the documents of the conversation we had with SL Screens. Not only that, also showing the court document where they basically wanted us to stay away from their technology. So you consider that right there, okay? All right, so let's go from here. Now, since we got the naysayers in the room, one of the naysayers in the room, and the demonstration that Mr. Crow said that my paint was black paint, right? I'm glad I have you in here so you can look at this. I want you to see what's going on in the demonstration. Now, in the demonstration, you can see we have a cardboard covered in black paint, right? Now, I'm going to show you the projector we're using. This is my projector we're using. This right here is a 1,000 lumen Sony projector, 720p XGA. This projector has a 200:1 contrast, was manufactured in the year of 1999. You can look at the thing right here. This is Sony VPL X1000. Now, these are the individuals that will tell me, oh, he's using black paint, or they will say in the demonstration that the settings in his projector are too high. So let me show you something really quick. I'm pretty sure you can see the screen from there. We're going to hit the menu. Right now, we're on an all-white screensaver. Keep in mind, when I'm doing this demonstration, I'm showing the white levels, on how high the white levels are in our technology compared to a black house paint, which your friend, Mr. Crow, we would like to see a demonstration of his screen paints all lined up with bare silver screen and different forms of other screen paints of his caliber or of his color, doing demonstrations on a black screensaver or black star field in a fully lit environment. No half drawn curtains, no door partly open, fully lit environment. You should be to see all corners in the environment, make out all objects. If you notice, if you look at my window, you can see objects on the other end, which means light filters through my windows at all times. That's what we want to see. No dark environments. You see this? This is how we do demonstrations on our level live. Now, I'm going to show you the minimum. Keep in mind, you're probably thinking, well, the screen's a little dark. My projector settings are at its lowest. Well, not as low as, but you'll see from here. First things first, let's go into our menu. I want you to show you how it's done. I want you to stick around. Now, I'm going to show you my settings right now on my projector right now. My projector settings for my brightness is at 10. And the contrast is at 40. At 10 right now, I'm sitting at 1,000 lumens. So a screen that is supposed to produce such a dark image, how is it pulling a bright image brighter than black paint with the brightness on 10? I'll give you a minute. I'm going to be quiet. You can explain to all of us how it's done, or you can just leave the room. I think he might have left. All right, let's move on. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over to, I feel like I'm in class, I really do. All right, let's go over here and hit enter on here. We're going to go over to the brightness. Actually, we want to keep, we've got the brightness right now, contrast at 40. We're going to bring the brightness right now, it's sitting at 10, as you can see at the bottom. Brightness on our projector is at 10. See, when you tell them the basic, back it up, they have nothing to say. Explain. You can't explain the video, it's live. But they don't say anything back. They'll talk about crow this and crow that and how this, that, and the other. But can you explain the video? We're doing it right now. Explain what's going on in the demonstration. How is a projector of 1,000 lumens and set at the brightness of 10, our screen is producing a brighter, lighter image than black paint. But my product is supposed to be black paint. So explain how this is working. If you can't explain it, then that means you're just basically, all right then, let's move on. I hate to be rude that way, but I can't stand it when people come in and talk trash and can't back it off. All right, so we're at 10. Let's be generous and let's bring this up to 20. We're going to bring brightness up to 20. I'm going to be a little generous here. We'll bring it up to 20. That's 21, a little bit too much. You're getting greedy here. So now we have it at 21. Brightness is at 21. All right, so minimum, still beyond minimum. Anything under 50 is minimum, still minimum. Where in tarnations And I don't get, like I said, don't be wrong. It doesn't mess up my day. It doesn't mess up my day. This stuff, I enjoy what I do. Like I said, you're always going to have, and people know, you can do the best customer service in the world. You can be the nicest person in the world. But you're always going to have that one individual who's going to come in and basically, no matter what you do, they're basically going to complain about this, that, and the other. My mom used to say you can satisfy. What how she always say you can satisfy some of the people some of the times, but not all the time. Yeah, you're always going to have a customer that may not like your product. You're always going to have that. Nobody, tell me, any company, Nintendo, any big company out there that's going to have 100% everybody's going to like their product. Anybody. You're always going to have one or four or five people that may not like your product. Now, if my product was so bad, I wouldn't be. I'd be working my regular job. Keep in mind, for someone said when I said, "Oh, once you get a real job," I'm 51 years old. I have a job in culinary arts. I'm a chef. I went to Paris and I studied over there. I'm IT tech. I studied in IT tech. So yeah, I have several degrees. I got into this field because I'm a gamer. As you can see, I'm a huge gamer. You know what I mean? I like the giant screens. There's no way in the world I was going to spend all this money for an expensive TV. And here's the thing, how I really got started was a friend of mine, he had, at the time, I had a 2011 motherboard. Oh, my machine was a beast. I had a 2011 motherboard. You know, 2011 motherboards can fit around 264 gigs of RAM. I was using PC 3000 OC, so all my RAM was overclocked. I was using a terabyte piece of SATA drives. When SATA drives first started coming out, and they were like a lot of money. I had those. I had 2 Tesla video cards, right, running through there, and I had 4 quad processor, which means that motherboard ran 4 12-core processors. It was a server board I was using for gaming, because you can just server boards. You can go all out with a server board. A lot of people don't know about gaming on server boards. So anyway, in order to get the power of the 2 cards, I had to use, and now mind, this is before they came out with an ATX Molec adapter, which allows you to be able to run 2 power supplies. You had to basically do what everybody used to do. Manager, I'm 51. I came up in the area of breadboards, which basically you had to solder everything into a breadboard. All right, so that's the era I grew up in. But anyway, let's move back from there. So I had to take ATA, a Molex adapter, and I had to slice it into a Y adapter and solder it so I can run 2 power supplies into one motherboard. Yeah, my machine was a beast. I'll show you some demonstrations of PCs I used to build back in the day. I have them loaded on YouTube, some of my PC mods I used to build on and show off. But yeah. So I'm over there gaming on this gaming system, you know what I mean? I got the 2 Sony side by side, you know what I mean? Got the whole screen. I'm using the graphic cards to basically merge both screens together. I'm in there getting in Gears of War, like having a ball, playing a line. I'm not saying that Gears of War. One of the PC games I'm playing, right? So my friend June, he calls me over and says, "Yo, man, I just got this new freaking Ronco projector and a 120-inch screen." And he's over there playing on Xbox 360. So I go pop over to his house, get dressed, walk out the door, go down to his house. And I go in and open the door, and the music and sounds do, 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 do. And I open up the door, and boom, big, huge 120-inch screen staring me in the face. Now, to all the power I have on that PC, it's nothing compared to the size of that screen. Watching around, seeing Marcus rocking that huge freaking chain. Oh, wait a minute. Bam. Running around like this, shooting stuff. Oh man, are you freaking kidding me? That was freaking amazing. Seeing a screen that big of that caliber. So when I finally get home and look at the tiny little TVs I have, which I thought were so huge because they were 50 inches compared to that monster over there, I started dabbling in projectors. I go in and ask him like, okay, I didn't know anything about what does lumens mean, what does that mean, so and so and so. So he's the man who educated me years ago on teaching me everything there was about projectors. And my first projector, I sold both of my TVs, and I bought a, I'm not even too much about it. My first projector was a BenQ MS500. That was the first one that I bought. And I never forget when I turned on the projector and hit the wall, I hit the white wall, I was like, ugh. Because mine, I have Tesla graphic cards, you know what I mean? Ugh. What the freak is this? So I'm calling him back. I'm like, yo, dude, the colors are all washed out, it's this, that, and the other. It was like garbage, man. My TVs were better than this. And he says, well, you got to get a gray screen, because the gray screen is the only screen that's going to work with projectors to pull out contrast and colors and stuff like that. So he had a Grey Wolf. I couldn't afford a Grey Wolf. Grey Wolf was like $3,000. Didn't have the money for that. You know what I mean? I kind of tapped out on that computer. It cost me a lot of money. So anyway, long story short, There were a few ideas that popped up here and there, but basically with a lot of research and more research, and of course my Lord and Savior, I came up with this technology. And it took years to do it. Years and years and years and years of testing to do it. I have demonstrations that go back 5 years where I was doing demonstrations on DMP Supernova and Elite screens. I was testing their stuff out. And it wasn't enough to go after have screen paint. I wanted to see why Elite Screen was on the map, why Black Diamond was on the map. Why are these companies on the map? What makes their technology? So I started studying their stuff. That's why all these sample sheets and stuff are testing out their products. Yep, and what really changed my mind when it came to my mind at that time, we were developing a light gray screen paint that looked just like the UV Mix, exactly like it, called Digital One Crystal Screen Paint. Check it out for yourself. And when my buddy June was telling me about a company called Black Diamond, he was talking about they had these screens that looked like TVs. And for me, it was kind of fascinating because when I saw the screen, it looks black. I'm like, how the freak is he getting a white image to pull up on a black screen? And I was fascinated by it. So when he brought the punch sheet over, I took it over to the house and I put it up against a Digital One Crystal Screen Paint, which looks like a UV Mix. And that screen, boom, blew up on the screen. I saw the colors and blues and greens and reds. Like, wow, that is freaking impressive. I was amazed by it. So then that's when Black Diamond is responsible for putting me on the path of researching black technology. Because when I looked at their screens was a bit of gunmetal. But I didn't want gunmetal. I wanted an actual black screen. See, that's the thing. That's where the challenge kicked in for me. Because for me, instead of me designing a screen that looks similar to their screen, which is gunmetal, that wasn't enough for me. I had to design something that was darker than the screen. I wanted a screen that was darker than theirs. So I started developing a true black screen. And here we are. So now the Supreme 8 has the ability to be able to produce a higher white level than any black screen, because I can come on here today with a 1,000 lumen projector and show you with a projector sitting at 20 or minimum brightness producing a higher white level than you can see on the black screen. If I thought the lazy way and I decided to design a gunmetal screen, then guess what? I would be just like everybody else. But I decided to do a different path. Why be like them when I could be? I'm not gonna say that word because I don't want to get hit with it. Have them come at me with a lawyer. Saying, did you just say so and so and so? So you got to catch yourself, better careful. I didn't want to be like them. I just wanted to be in a different category, a nicer way of saying it. So that's why I worked hard to build this. But if you tippy-toe your demonstrations, how do you know, what you're going to be able to do? Like I said, I've been in situations where I've been in test facilities. You get a contract from a company, they'll contact you to watch your demonstrations, and they'll say, hey, look, we want you to come down to our facility. We'll sign an NDA. An NDA means that both parties can't talk about anything. I've been through a few of these. It's nerve-wracking. Oh, my goodness. You have no idea how nervous it is. It really is. Because keep in mind, now you're taking your screen way out of its element, okay? Now, even though in our element, our demonstrations are brutal, all right? But I'm taking it completely out of my element, and I'm taking it to a whole nother area where they're going to do not just look at the screen in a comfortable environment. They're going to stick it under extreme. They're testing. I don't know what their testing is like. Their testing can be worse than mine. So what if my screen fails when it gets down here? What if it doesn't produce on their level? What if this, what if that? That's the kind of stuff that races through your head. Then you're nervous and all this stuff. It's craziness when you go through that. As far as the bag full of nerves, so you have no idea. So we had a guy over in California who wanted us to come down. He saw a demonstration on YouTube. He flew us down to California. We get down there, real nice guy, cool dude and everything. We get down there, we eat and have fun and everything, go to the facility. And they got this screen that they developed. Now, when I was walking around in their facility, I was checking out their projectors because I wanted to see what my screen was going to be hit with. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Their projectors were freaking insane. Like, they had freaking these crazy expensive projectors. And I think this is going to be a cakewalk because I'm used to testing my screens on crappy projectors. So, keep in mind, if I'm doing demonstrations on this projector right here, and I'm showing you this is what we test our projectors on, and they test their projectors on right from the door, a 5,000 or 10,000 or 8K or 4K projector, then bottom line is whatever you hit with that projector, it's going to come out looking amazing. But I'm using a low entry level piece of crap over here. It's not a piece of crap, but still I'm using a low entry level projector. So when I saw the first projector, I started laughing. I was like, oh, this is going to be a cakewalk, because I'm used to thriving in fully lit environments on 1,000 lumens. I can use 1,100 lumen projector outside. These guys are doing demonstrations with 10,000 and 5,000 and 4K and 8K projectors, in environments that were ambient light controlled. Now, mind you, they had me make the product there, so that's what the NDA is for. So the NDA means all parties that are signed to the NDA must be in that room. Anybody that's not in the NDA can't be in that room when we're making it. So I make the paint in front of them, and as I'm making, I got to show them each ingredients that I'm putting in the product, and they're copying all this down, they're writing all this down. Mind, if I pass this demonstration, I get a contract, a very big one. So as I'm making this, I'm thinking, oh, don't make a mistake, don't put the wrong stuff in, don't do this, don't that. There's all this stuff going through your head when you're doing this. I'm not giving you the name of the company in California. That's information I don't give out. We don't do business on that level. We already went through that. Now I just came in and just explained already about how somebody contacted somebody running their mouths. Why would I give you personal information? I'm a grown man, my friend. All right? Have a little respect. We don't do that here. Why would I give you personal information? If I'm doing business with somebody, that's between me and that person. I don't put out their personal information. And do not try to use a reverse psychology by saying, oh, it's not true, because you won't give out the information. You don't do that in business. Ugh. See, this is, there we go. That's a perfect example. So let's move on from there. So we get down there, we get the, I make this product in front of them, thinking that I get everything right. They bring out this professional sprayer. They spray it onto the surface, my screen, and I'm nervous as I don't know what, my screen popped up. Not only did it pop up, but it showed a 190-degree viewing angle, much as I showed you in the demonstrations here. It reacted exactly the same way. And the guy who came out, this guy was from, I don't know if he was from somewhere, Trinidad is from somewhere, but he was like a really stickler. Like he was never happy about anything. And the guy kept saying, well, I'm not the one you got to impress. That's the guy you got to impress. I'm thinking I got to impress this guy because he seems like a happy go-around person. But the other guy right there, he was the one I had to impress. And he was the one basically, he talked to you a little bit. That's based about it. Not much contact or whatever. And back and forth. He didn't say much at all. But he just didn't say much at all. So, that's the one I'm thinking that he's not going to like the product. And when he came out and he saw the screen, the lights were on. And they usually do the demonstrations with the lights out. And he's looking at the screen. And he's walking around. And he's taking his camera. And he's pulling up the angle gain. That's when you see me walk around the screen, pulling up angle gain. That's what they were doing to the screen. And he said, whose stuff is this? And I said, it's his stuff. From there, that's where the guy walked over and handed me a contract. I was so freaking happy. Because I'm used to testing my stuff. It's just, man, it's freaking amazing. It's an amazing feeling. A lot of nerves. Because I don't walk into a room and think I know everything. I'm scared to death when I walk into a room because it may fail. It may not work. Maybe their environment, they're using different lighting. They're using high-power commercial lighting. But I'm used to testing this stuff outside, so I know it's going to pass. It has to pass. But, yeah, that was amazing, man. That was amazing. It was. It made good money off those contracts. Eventually, they bought that technology, bought the rights to it. But, man, it's an amazing feeling. Sorry about that. Getting a bit teary-eyed. But anyway, let's move on. So, yeah, so you have to. That's what I'm saying. I'm so glad to be put our stuff through some brutal testing because, if I had tippy-toed those demonstrations, I would have failed miserably. I would have flown all the way out there, wasted this man's time, and the screen would have failed. So I'm happy that I took the long way. I worked hard at it. All right, so we're going to go over here. Now, we're still sitting, and I think we're still in 20%, right? Did we just boost to 20%? We did boost to 20%. Let's stop playing around. Let's bring it all the way up to, let's bring it to 50. 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 Thank you. I'm not there yet. I'm still working at it. 11 years, I'm still working at it. I'm not there yet. There's some things I want to design, some things I want to do. I'm not there yet. I'm not even close to what I want to do yet. I want a motorized projection screen. I want one of those. I want a motorized projection screen. I want a few fixed frame screens. I want to bring out screens that everybody can afford. You know what I mean? Let me tell you something right now. Some people may think, well, he's doing that $179. I like it. I like having to paint that low. I do. It allows everybody to get a chance to enjoy it. I do. I like it. So we may be marketing things a little differently. We may be doing some things a little differently. When it comes toward some of the screens that we're going to be developing, of course, we're going to have to, like I said, we can't sell it too cheap because in the process, I still have to pay for product and I still have to pay for shipping because all our shipping is free. We ship stuff usually to the US, overseas, it's free. If I ship something to Hong Kong right now, actually I am shipping to Hong Kong today, to ship a medium-sized box cost me like $72. So we're trying to keep the price reasonable, but we're gonna work out some changes in some of the products that we have, so we can make it so everybody can have it. That's the whole purpose, you know. So we can all sit around and enjoy and watch a movie together and have fun. Let's go. I'm getting sidetracked in here. All right, now let's see. So we already got. Let's go into our menu. Are we in menu? No, we can't hit that right there. Oh, menu's at top. So let's bring it down to. We're at 40. We're at 20. We will go into what you call it. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you something right now. Between all of us, and it's not a lot of us here, but you know other people are gonna watch this video later on because we post these videos all over our stream right now. Truthfully, I don't want to see this man go through this. Being hit with a civil action lawsuit is brutal. It's very brutal. It's not something I would want anybody to go through. Now, if you, and I explain people, you can be sued on the simple fact that if you spread a rumor about somebody, and if you said it enough times, and they will count that in the videos that we sent over. Every video, they will count how many times he said the word scammer in the videos. The text messages, emails. Even when I told you that the fellow over in Jersey who basically got a message, an email from this particular person calling us scammers. So, and then we do live demonstrations. People who scam do not do live demonstrations. They don't do demonstrations on this level because they always have something to hide. I do tons of live demonstrations. I testify just about everything live. So if I'm going to make a mistake, I'm going to make a mistake here because we're all doing it in real time. It's not pre-recorded. So you can sue somebody basically on definition of character. Look it up. You can. You damage someone. If you try, even if you don't damage your reputation, even if it doesn't do anything to harm the company, the fact that you started that can basically get you, you can be sued for it. And it's civil class action lawsuit. Now, civil class action lawsuits can be brutal, and I mean very brutal, which means that they can garnish your income taxes, they can auction off anything, they can slap liens against you. They're brutal, all right? I really do not want to do this to this man because I feel that I'm talking to an attorney. Maybe if we can send him a desist order, which means tell him bottom line is you can't talk about my company, you can't do this, so. I have no problem with never ever testing his product ever again. I don't care. Some people think I care about, no, I don't. Come on, I got so much stuff going on right now. I'm surprised I sleep sometimes. I really do. And I don't care. I'm a very busy person. But the only reason why I come after him is when he attacks me, I have no choice. I have to come after him. I have to defend my company. I have to do what I have to do. But you're pushing me in an area where I don't want to go. I don't want to basically hit you with this because if I do, I know the outcome is not going to be pretty, and we have enough evidence to bury you. I have text messages alone of you confessing to you're planning to do this to me. So I don't want to hit you with this lawsuit. But if you continue down this road, I have no choice. So, like I said, I'm trying to get some legal counsel on how we can go about handling this, where if we can get this individual to mind his own freaking business and stick in his world, just stay in your freaking part of the world and do what you do, then that's it. Don't get, and here's the thing, this is why he gets mad. Do not get mad at me because I do demonstrations on gray screen paints. That has nothing to do with you. That has something to do with gray screen paints. They have something called bare silver screen. It is not your product. They have product, people mix kill zone paint and different paints together to do gray screens. It has nothing to do with your product. If I do a demonstrator sample or live screen, it has nothing to do with your product at all. You take it personally and you think someone's speaking about you. It has nothing to do with you. And then you go and you want to test our black technology, saying, oh, it's this, that, and the other, so and so and so, and you want to falsify demonstrations. This is what got you in trouble. You have to learn to mind your own business. I couldn't care less what Black Diamond's doing in their backyard. All I care about is the fact that we're kind of cool to do a side-by-side demonstration to see how we may measure up. And then after that, I'll go my separate way and go about my day. I'm not obsessed with them. I'm not obsessed with any of these companies I do business with. It's just a side-by-side to see how my technology stacks up to theirs. But if I do a demonstration on bare silver screen, that has nothing to do with your screen at all, period. Now, if it matches, if you're getting bothered by this, then there's something wrong there. There's a red flag there. If I'm doing a demonstration on bare silver screen and you're bothered by that and you feel you're threatened by that, maybe you may be selling bare silver screen and you're afraid someone may find out. So that's what's strange about some of the way he reacts. Come on, man. Here's the thing. So you're saying go sue him. Do you know? Okay, so put it this way. You say I'm talking so long, just go sue him. Do you even think? Some people gotta learn to think before you do things. Okay, so put it this way. When you, like I said, I'm gonna go back here. When I sue him, do you know who's gonna suffer the most out of that ordeal? Who do you think is gonna get the most pain out of that ordeal when I file the lawsuit? Think about it. His family's going to get hit with that lawsuit. Once that lawsuit goes through, that means I can basically go contact, because there's a civil keep in mind, on top, I'm going to tell you real quick. The logo and my company under Crystal One, that cube, has a copyright attached to it. That copyright was flashed several times in a few of his demonstrations. He didn't have my permission to flash that particular logo. And the way he used it, where he went to Home Depot with my logo attached to a can, trying to make my product. Now, we're not all lawyers here. Reading the door, that right there would get you in a lot of trouble to do that. If I took Black Diamond sample sheet down to a facility and said, look, I'm going to try to make their screen, I'm going to shoot. Yeah, all right. You see what I'm getting at, okay? There you go. We got videos of that, of him doing stuff like that. So, when people are saying, oh, you're never going to sue him, you're never sue him. Yeah, we're going to sue him. But we sue him, consider the fact that I had to think about consequences also, too. I have to think about the consequences of what his family's going to go through, too, in a lawsuit. Because this is this man's livelihood is going to be taken away. Now, him on the other hand, he deserves it. He definitely deserves it. Go back and look at some of these videos. Look how many times he's called me scammer, all kinds of nasty stuff he done. We have proof that basically it's black paint in that container because the videos match. So if I hit him with a lawsuit, and I'm trying to think about this because my wife's talking to me about this, other people are talking to me about this. I have friends of mine that are telling me sue him, go after him and sue him, take him for everything he has. Even though the man has treated me dirty and ugly, it's still not a good thing for his kids or his family members to go through that. And I can say this, and he won't even take this into consideration. Just to show you exactly how this person thinks, I guarantee you he'll do a demonstration right after this, saying it'll never happen, that's not possible, so and so and so. You can look it up for yourself. You start a bad rumor about somebody, and it sticks, and it causes any problems, where I have text messages from customers, a few customers that basically supported him, that were sending me messages of calling me all these nasty names and stuff like that. If it comes to life and it starts to breathe, yeah, if you've been doing it for 2 years and there's video documentation showing 2 years of you saying this over and over against somebody, and this person proving you that they're showing you a live demonstration, if we go to court, I could paint that screen in a courtroom with that projector and it would pull up. If I did it in a facility in California, I could do it over there. Now, if he can't back that up, then what's going to happen then? I can request my attorney to have me do that in a courtroom. Have me paint the screen in the courtroom, and we're going to use a projector compared to he has in the demonstration, and then we're going to hit that screen with black paint, and I'm going to do the same demonstration you see here in that courtroom. What do you think would happen? I would win that case just like that. You take someone's copyrighted logo, you can be sued up to $250,000 to $500,000 for tampering with the copyright logo. I don't know, slander, there are slander laws. There's those in California. There's something called a digital media code. It's a penal code 636. Looked it up. Recording someone's voice without their permission is a lawsuit. And also, too, it's actually company time. You need permission to record someone's voice. That's why when companies call you, the first thing they say, and this phone call is being recorded for training purposes, you have at that particular time to hang the phone up. If you don't hang the phone up, you forfeit your rights. So, now we got that all. We've got an understanding of that. You also have to think about if I send him a cease and desist order from the attorney, and it says bottom line is, if he has to pull down any videos and all that stuff like that, he has to remove all that stuff, and he applies to that. That's the warning they give him first. That's what Screen Innovation gave to us. But keep in mind, we didn't stand for Screen Innovation. We just did a side-by-side demonstration. If we did anything wrong to Screen Innovation from the door, they would have came out with us with an attorney right from the door and said, bam, we're going to sue you guys. You guys did this, you did that, blah, 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 blah. They didn't do that. They came us with an email, and we started talking first, and they were talking about how they liked their product and how it had potential. And then later on, it got into a firestorm because we requested an NDA. We were not going to bring something down to a facility in Dallas, Texas without an NDA attached to it, because I needed to protect myself in case if they figured out how it was made, they may incorporate it into a screen. Who knows? Stuff happens. The business. We couldn't get an NDA, and it started with little conversations back and forth. And then the next thing you know, they just wanted nothing to do with us, and that's when they gave us the cease and desist order thing. So it's called. And when that letter came in, I read through it, and of course, yeah, I backed off. I backed the freak off. So what I did was I removed all the videos, removed all the pictures, anything that had anything to do with the company, moved it away. Why am I talking about it now? Because that happened in 2015. That's why statute of limitations was done on that one. Now, if we send him one of those over, and he takes that seriously, then that's the end of it. I'll go about my business. I got other things to do. It isn't like it's taking any money off my table, any bread off my table. I continue to make money. If I didn't, I'd still be sitting in that little rented room. I love these conversations we have. I love them. I love them. That's why I love you guys. I love you so much. I like it. Come on now, you don't dim my day. You make my day happy. That's why I come on here and do these streams. Come on. All right, let's back up here because I'm on the way to camera. That's not what you think. That's my belt. All right, so let's back up here. All right, let's go over here. All right, let's start this demonstration from here. All right, let's come on and hit enter. Now, when people don't take that into consideration, man, when you sue somebody, there are other people involved in that, man. There's kids involved in that. There's a lot of things involved in that. So I'm trying to go about it in a way. I'm just trying to get this fellow to say, look, shut up and mind your own business. That's all you got to do. If your product is not ambient light rejection, then so be it, whatever. But mind your own business. The minute you touch my product, the minute you start doing this kind of nonsense to boost yourself up, I'm coming after you. That's all to it. If you did a side-by-side demonstration, did everything by the book, and he put his screen out there the same way we put ours out there, same demonstration, fine. But don't try to belittle my technology to make yours look better. Don't do that. That's why when your product gets demonstration is supposed to be done. We're going to have our screen, his screen, DMP Supernova, everybody on the same board. We're going to do outside demonstrations. If you're saying your product is better than ours, then we'll bring you out here and we'll do you against demonstrations on our level. We'll take that light gray screen paint mix. We'll put it against Firehawk G4. We'll put it against all the other screens. What do you call it? Seymour 81.2 and 3. There's really good ones right there. Elite screens. And keep in mind, it won't be your screen out there. My screen will be out there too also. We've done these demonstrations already. We'll do your demonstration against what is the difference between your product and bare silver screen. We'll do all this. We'll line everything up. And we'll show the demonstration on contrast levels. We'll do it inside. We'll do it with the lights off. We'll do it with the 20,000 lumen projector. I got a 10,000 contrast to 1, 20,000 contrast to 1, 1,600 contrast to 1. I got the Panasonic projector downstairs. That is 1,500 lumens. I got that one. I got 2 other projectors coming in. I got a Sony VPL. Got another Sony one downstairs. We got 2 forms of short throw. Got 2,500. I even got laser here. And I'll pick up a 4K. And we'll do everything out in the open. We're not gonna be in a dark environment. No, we're gonna do this out in the open. Come on. All right, let's move on. All right, so we are here at. Oh, this looks weird. We are here at on a. Let's recap. So we're here doing a demonstration because I get sidetracked all the time. We're here doing a demonstration. We're doing it on a low entry level projector. So keep in mind, this projector is, your projector at home is better than this. Let's just put it this way. It's way better than this. So we have, you look it up for yourself. You got your cell phones out, pop over. You may want to look at the projector. This is a Sony VPL X1000 at 1,000 lumens. 1,000 lumens. My room from here to here is around 12 feet 5 inches, fully lit environment, plenty of light. You can see the beautiful trees outside my window. All right, so in the middle of the screen we have black house paint. All right, so someone was asking me about dropping the settings in my projector. Now I did this on the Casio projector, but I figured let's go lower. Let's pull out the Sony 1,000 lumen projector with a 200 to 1 contrast. Ooh, that's low. All right, so we got the settings right here in the menu, so you can see. Let's pop them up, show you what we got now, because before we started off at 10. Now we got it at brightness at 20, and we have the contrast, so contrast is at 40. All right, so kicks and giggles, we're just going to go back just a minute here for kicks and giggles. I'm going to put you right there. We're going to go over to the brightness. I think we're going to go down on the brightness here, right? Brightness. Oh, we got to go up because we're in the wrong one. This projector's old, man. It kind of looks like the dashboard for an Atari 2600. It really does. All right, so we'll hit this, and we'll go down, bottom, and hit that right there. So our minimum brightness we have here is on the old-fashioned projector is around. Let me get to see. I want to see this correctly, so we can all see. Sorry about that. I don't know if you can see that. Hold on. Let me get it better here. On the black screen, we have 20. We're at 20, right? Let's bring it down. Let's minimize this. See if we can darken the screen a little bit. We'll bring it all the way down to the minimum. There's the minimum. On a 1,000 lumen projector, we are down at the basic minimum. Keep in mind, this projector doesn't have eco mode. It's old. All right, so there we are, minimum. As you can see, the black paint is producing a darker image. Our screen is producing a lighter image than the black paint. Where is my cell phone at? Here we go. I'm not talking to them straight up. That's all to it. Because people like that don't know how to act right. You can't talk to people like that straight up. And keep in mind, my friend, not to be disrespectful and everything, but I served, okay? So, no, you don't want to talk to me straight up. I have patience to a certain degree. Now, I can't basically talk to someone, and I've tried to talk to this person, and just want to communicate. I've tried everything. 2 years. 2 years of this, mind you. 2 years. No, we're not going down that road. We're not. Matter of fact, this conversation right now between this is done. We're done. Right now, this is between me and the attorneys. We'll settle from there. But other than that, we're done. Let's move on. Okay, so as you can see right here, we got the white levels going on right now. Let's switch over real quick. We're at minimum right now on the black screen. We're going to switch over to the Skyworth demonstration. That's what attorneys are for, my friends. You don't go over and if you're having a dispute with somebody and you have an attorney, let the attorney handle it. That's what they do. Because anything can happen in that process. So people can lose their tempers. Things happen. You know what I mean? So, no, you don't. This is business. This is not a game. All right, let's pause right there on the female walking back with the... And as we have the projector set up close. I'm not going to set the projector back there. But as you can see up close, you can see with the black paint is picking up a dark image. And even with our projector at the bare minimum, actually it's at the minimum. Not bare minimum, it's at the minimum. You look at the levels right here. Okay. All right, so now let's bring it up because we got it really dark on the screen. Right there, look at that. Is that impressive or what? I pat myself on the back for that one. All right, let's go over here and let's pull up White Saber again, Screensaver, and we're going to bring up the let's bring the white levels to 50. Let's do 50 on the white levels. No, because I keep forgetting that the settings inside. I want to see. If you want to see the 43, just go backtrack to the other videos, and I have the 43. Matter of fact, I think last video I did was the 43. That's all you got to do. All right, so let's go in and let's pull up. Let's see. Let's bring it up to 20. We'll bring the brightness down. The contrast is actually 40. You know what contrast is 40 right now, and the white levels right. Average projectors are set at all 50s. So we're going to bring it up to what your projector set at 50. That's the factory settings right there. Let's go here, and let's bring it up. There we go. That's 52. 50. There we go. So now we're at 50. So now my projector is set at 50 for the. Let's bring it to 40. That's too high. Let's bring it down some. Let's bring it down to 40. I got to put it in black screen so you can see the settings. Hold on for a minute. Because you're not going to be able to see anything. Let's put it in the black settings. There we go. We're going to put it in black settings so you can see it better. There you go. Now you can see in black settings. We'll bring it down to, not 50, we'll bring it down to 40. We're going to do 50, but 40 is too high. It's just too high right now. We're going to keep it minimal right now. All right, so we got 40 for the brightness, and we have 40 for the contrast, even Steven. Let's go over here and let's pull up that demonstration again. Over here, we'll do the white levels again. See what we got on the black paint. There you go. Boom shakalaka. All right, so let's go bring that video up again. And that's with the projector at 40. Our brightness is at 40. Now we did brightness at minimum, we did brightness at 10, we did brightness at 20, and we did brightness at 40. Let's go back and let's bring the brightness up to 50, which is the average. We have 150. Let's bring it in. Let's go in and hit the menu right here. Let's hit it again. Let's go down. We got to go down one. Okay, yeah, we're just the same one, right? Yeah. Yeah, then we go down one right here. Hit it again. And we'll bring it up to 40. No, am I going back or forward? There we go. All right, we'll do 50. Let me just modify it. We're bringing 55. We'll do 55. All right, 55, and we'll go over and we'll just leave it there at 55. We already proved our point. We did it at 10, so my regular settings, if I put it back to my regular settings spot, I'm going to leave it at 50. As a matter of fact, let's just leave everything at, yeah, we'll leave it at 50. We'll leave it there. That's good enough. All right. There you go. That's 50. So that's my projector at 55. We're at 55 in brightness. 55 in brightness. Contrast is at 40. And by the way, more light came in so that you can see it's more light in the screen. Got a little brighter in here. Let's go over here and let's pull up okay. You see those demonstrations on the ground? Those are the gray samples that were hitting my screen. That right there you're seeing is my gray samples. Now we're not talking about gray paint, my friend. Here we go. Dark Star 9. Gray samples. These were already done. You can rewind the video. I did these demonstrations already. That's one of them right there. Second demonstration on screen. I told you I have samples here. Gray screen. Cinema Gray 5D. Let's go over and get you some more. I got a whole bunch of them over there. If you want to see those, you can go back to the demonstration and check them out for yourself. Over here you go. Check this out. Demonstration on this screen. There you go. Matinee Black by Seymour AV. Right there. There you go. Another great example. DMP Supernova. Can I say real quick? We don't do gray samples on gray screen paint. These are professional screens. And test your product, you test your product on the good stuff. There we go. All right, so let's go over here real quick. Let's brighten up Let's do something. We're going to do something interesting here. We're going to go in first. I'm going to grab really quick, because we'll do the grays pretty quick for you. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you something pretty cool. Okay, let's do this right here first. We'll do gray screen paint. We're going to do right here. We got all those screens here. Just to satisfy your curiosity. I like to satisfy curiosity. Let's come over here and let's show you the gray screens on a star field. Where's your contrast? DMP Supernova. Dark the screen is, we'll put it right over here. Fully lit environment, 11. We're using a projector of only 1,000 lumens. Here you go. Look at the side. Look at that screen. Dark gray. There you go. Pretty sure you've heard of this company, Daylight Screen. There was supposed to be a fellow who was supposed to have done a demonstration against our product on the screen. No, this screen's not black. This screen's actually silver. This is not a black screen. See, when you lay it here, you look at it, you think you're seeing black, right? Let me show you something real quick. If I lay the screen here, right? This screen is silver. It's not black. It's a reflective surface that makes it look like it's black. It's not black. It's actually, now when I put it against the screen, watch what it looks like. Come over here. Let me show you something real quick. Put it right here. Now let's step back. What color do you see? Now watch this. I'm going to show you something. See how I'm standing in front of it? Watch carefully. That's called a narrow viewing cone. A narrow viewing cone means that the screen has to sit directly in front of the projector. If it sits too much to the left or to the right, it means the screen will actually become dark. Usually most screens that have reflective surfaces have this problem. And what it does, it allows the screen, you can't view the screen on an angle because the screen turns dark. All right, there we go. As you can see. Now this screen right here has, just because the screen has a high gain doesn't mean it's going to be able to, people think, okay, the screen has a high gain. We're using, mind, these screens are using a projector of 1,000 lumens. Some people think that if you have a screen of a high gain, this is going to give you the ability to have contrast. No, you can't get high contrast from a high gain screen. High gain screen, high gain on a projector or high gain on a screen or wherever. Actually, high lumens on a projector and high gain on a screen is just going to bring you a brighter image, that's all. But if the image produces too much high of a bright image or too much high of a white level, then the image is going to color, it's going to wash out. As I said before, when it comes to the color white, you can have white on in a fully lit environment, just plain white, the color white. White will not fade or wash out. It will always remain white, no matter what. But if you do this with black, if you do this with any other color, then the problem you're going to have is it's basically going to fade. They're all gray. Are you talking about this screen right here? This gray screen? You want me to hang this screen up? This is the screen you want. It doesn't pull contrast. This is black. That's gray. And this is hit with 1,100, with only 1,000 lumens. Do you know what happens if I hit any one of these sample sheets with a 4,300 lumen projector and they're producing that much white light? These things would glow on this black screen. Right now, they have a fighting chance because I'm producing it on a projector of 1,000 lumens. If I hit this thing with 43, these things would glow in the dark. You ever notice that? So this is his theory. This is what he wants. Let me show you what he wants. He wants, in his theory, I'm going to tell you it's going to happen before I tell you, because anybody who's been in this room with me know what's going to happen. So I'm going to explain to you. We're going to do a white screensaver. In the white screensaver, you will see all these screens produce a white image higher than our black screen because they're lighter than our screen. It's just basic common sense. If you take white and you put it against black and you show a white snowstorm, the white But keep in mind, just because an image is showing a whiter image doesn't mean it's basically showing a proper color. Because if you have too much white in the image, that means the image will start to fade. This is the reason why when you have lighter screens and the lights are on, the screen starts to fade. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to do also white, and we're also going to put in black levels. Let's do that right now. Now that's the reason why I did the demonstration first beginning on our black. Now our black screens can produce a higher black level than any other black screen out there on the market. Let's go right here. Let me see. Where are we at? All right. So we'll do that first. Okay, give me a minute. I gotta come here with the phone. My phone reset itself, so I gotta go back in. I gotta pull my videos again. Okay, so we're gonna put a white screensaver. This has to be a crow follower. So let's go over here and show us real quick. So let's bring up, I think this one's Den. Let's pull this one off. We did this already. All these demonstrations that you're requesting, my friend, all these have been done. All right, so let's go over here and let's pull up our whites first. I'm going to pull off our white demonstration first. All right. There we go. There's a white demonstration right there. Now watch the other screen. How is it that our technology is pulling up a brighter image at a 190-degree viewing angle, but yet the daylight screen is pulling up a dark image? And that's much more advanced than the gray screen. That's something for you guys to think about and work on. There's a lot of things, trust me, you don't know about this for different forms of technology. So we have a black screen, and then we have a screen here that is brighter than our screen, but yet if you turn it to the side at an angle, our screen can maintain a bright image on this screen that has a 0.8 gain. Now, as I said before, the reason why we do the colors. Now, let's go over here and let's pull up really quick. Go over here 1 minute. Our color doesn't fade on the screen. Look at this. Now watch this. You can paint it on anything you want. It's up to the object of the paint. I have screens that are made out of plexiglass. I like plexiglass. I'm going to tell you right now. The only problem with plexiglass, it can become heavy and expensive. But yeah, you can paint on anything you want. You can paint it on the wall. My screen I have downstairs in my basement is stucco. I painted it on a stucco wall. Came out quite well. Just you don't want to be standing directly on top of it. But then again, at 200 inches, I'm not going to be sitting directly on top of the screen. But you can paint on anything you want. That gives you the ability to think outside the box. You know, whatever you want to convert it into. But doesn't make a difference. I've done plexiglass and cardboard combined, and you couldn't tell one from the other when they were all blended in together. But yeah, you can paint anything you want. You can go and get a pre-existing projection screen. As a matter of fact, I have a merchant that I do business with over at eBay. I'm gonna get myself another 92-inch motorized screen for the deck, and I paid $68 with that with shipping. So look at this right here. So you see right here. Now, let's go back to this particular individual who's hounding me about the food demonstration. Keep in mind, as you said before, now this is where he tries to pull a theory. I'm going to try to explain this to you again. I showed you an all white, not a food demo, an all-white screensaver. In that all-white screensaver, you've seen basically where these screens will display a higher white level than our technology. I showed that to you. So if I put this on a food demonstration, anything that comes up in white is going to produce a higher white level. Just like if I do a demonstration in black contrast, like an OLED demonstration, anything that comes up in black will come. The gray screen cannot pull contrast. But also in the demonstration that I proved that even with a projector of 1,000 lumens set at only 10% and less than 10%, I was able to pull up a higher white level than black paint, which shows that our technology can pull a higher white level on any black surface. But also when it comes to color, we pull out deeper and richer colors. And this isn't gray screen paint, these are high performance projection screens. I know you want to prove a theory here, sir, but that theory is not going to work here. That's why we do the bright colors, the shades of color, so you can see it. That's one of the tricks I like to see when people do this demonstration. They will camouflage all the colors together so you really can't see what's what. No, that's why we do blank colors, so you can see it right up and personal. Now, later on tonight, if you want to pop in, we'll be doing this demonstration again with the lights out in complete darkness. Even I'll swap out the projectors. I'll use this one over here first, then I'll go over and get the 4,300 lumens. And if you want to bump it up a little bit more, I got a short throw projector downstairs, a DLP NEC that has 10,000 to 1 contrast. I'll even bring up that 100 lumen with the 16,000 to 1 contrast Panasonic. Whatever you want, we got it here. But before you see these demonstrations that I'm doing, I want you to go back into Crow's demonstration and ask them to do the same thing. And the same amount of lighting. Ask them the same questions that you're asking me right now. Bet you won't even do it. Because it can't be done. Now, see, here's the thing. They want to challenge my technology and ask them to do all these demonstrations, which I'm showing you. I'm not hiding anything from you, but ask them to do that. Ask them to do one demonstration in a fully lit environment. We're talking about you want to see objects outside. You want to see all the corners in the wall nice and bright. You want to see that on that UV mix, and you want to see that on a star-filled demonstration. Request it. Because if you're going to request for me to do a demonstration on black house paint on white levels, and you want me to request for me to show you the settings of my projector, then how come you can't request something from him like that? Anybody want to chime in on that one? Okay, let's move on. All right, so let's go over here. We already displayed and showed and showed and showed. If you want to see those demonstrations, you can just go back, my friend, and look at it right there. But like I said, if you're going to come in here and you're going to challenge my work, feel free to go on and ask them the hard questions. White's not going. I don't know what you mean by blue and white from there. I really don't. I don't know what more I can show you, my friend. I really don't. I mean, I come here and show you everything you could possibly see. I don't know what more I can show you. I mean, if you look at it, keep in mind, I guarantee you, I guarantee the projector I'm using right now is probably, your projector at your house is better than my projector I'm using right now. Hold on, I'm going to show you here for a minute. Let's go back here. You can look out, matter of fact, you can look out the window. You know what I have outside my window? You want to hear something funny? Really, really funny? I have a flock of crows that meet up outside my window about now. They should be out there. It's a flock of big crows, and it is hilarious. On what does the crow say? Yeah, they got a flock of crows. One day when I'm out there, I'll put a camera up so you can see it's a huge flock. It's about 10 or 15 of them. They line up on the side of the gate. It's ironic. It's funny. All right, let me go through here real quick. Grab this. This is a demonstration. What does the crow say? Okay. What does the crow say? Alright, so let's come out of here. I'm going to drop in my other menu. I wish I could run my Xbox system through here, but I can't because it won't pick up. I really want to run my Xbox system through here. It won't pick up at all, period. Alright, anything you see me do in my demonstrations here, all you got to do is ask your friend Mr. Crow just to match any of my demonstrations. The demonstration I'm doing right now in the room right now with the bright lights on its projector, It's something he's not going to do. He's not going to do star field. Forget it. He's not going to do contrast. He's not going to do any of the demonstrations. So right now, I can do a challenge outside right now. I can go outside. Matter of fact, we'll do that. It's a nice day today. We'll go outside at around, we'll do 5 o'clock. We'll make it easy. We'll go out at 5 o'clock and we'll do a star field demonstration on my projector at 21 feet back. And see if I match that demonstration by tomorrow. As a matter of fact, I'll even mark it as a challenge. As a matter of fact, even more, you know what I'll do? Even better. Black paint. I'm going to take a screen. I'm going to paint half of the screen with black paint. I'm going to take the other half and put our technology on. I'm going to stick it outside and do that demonstration outside, showing the difference between white levels outside on our technology versus a black screen. We'll do that same demonstration. And he can do vice versa. He can take his light gray screen, stick it out there, and then do the other screen in black and show the difference between his contrast and whatever. Yeah. He has to show a contrast demonstration. I have to show a white demonstration. A white level demonstration. That's what we'll do outside at 5 o'clock today. About that. You think he'll pull a star field up outside at 5 o'clock? Now, the reason why I'm choosing outside is because there's no way to alter or change the environment. Can't shut doors, you can't shut windows, there's no walls to protect you, nothing. Now, before someone says, oh, Mr. Bird, that's kind of bogus. Nobody does demonstrations like that. You're absolutely insane. You're absolutely crazy. Yeah, okay, I'm having fun here. Come on. One of these days, I'm going to put a screen outside. I'm going to sit up there and eat a bowl of cereal and put you on camera. You can watch cartoons while I have a bowl of cereal. Let's see. Where's my phone at? Here we go. I keep forgetting I'm doing everything to the phone today. If you're trying to call me and I do hang up on you, I do apologize. I will get back to you. I'm in the process of buying another phone. I like this phone. Someone was telling me, like, your phone my phone is a Galaxy 10 Plus. Phone just came out. It's a newer phone. It's not an old phone. $720p projector. Look at that. That's a 720p projector at 1,000 lumens. Price tag for the projector, $45. That's it. Now think about it. If you went on eBay right now and you bought a projector, I see, one of my projectors, I paid $120 for it. $120 for a 1080p. I have a 1080p projector downstairs. That Panasonic I had, the black one, I paid 120 bucks. Let's see, if you got that projector for $120, and then our screen paint with that special sale is going on for $179. I mean, think about it. I mean, altogether, that's... And keep in mind, the projector you would probably have would be much better than the one I'm using right now, because the projector I have right now is like really, 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 really old. Let's see real quick. Okay. Let's see here. $120 for the projector, and you turn around, you pay like $170 right there. So we're talking about $290. You could have a screen size of 150 inches, ambient light rejection, ultra short throw compatible, and it would look absolutely amazing. Keep in mind that the projector would probably at 100, it would be much better. Any projector is going to be much better than that. The image you pull off, and this tag would be $290. That's what it would cost you, plus our paint. And the shipping's free on the paint, so you're not paying for shipping. Yeah, if you got the projector for 200 bucks, still. Let's go to this one right here. Let's go to, yes, we all can relate to this right here. I don't know how people drink coffee in the morning. I cannot have coffee in the morning. I cannot have coffee in the morning. You ever seen Over the Hedge where they gave the squirrel the energy drink? That would be me, literally. It's good. So now it's got you projector. With that price we have for that paint, that $179. What projector could you get off eBay right now? Now, keep in mind, no fakes now. What projector you could get off eBay right now would be better than the projector I have behind me right now? I just bought an ultra short throw Epson projector. I think it's a Powerlight 585W. I paid $89 for it. I'm gonna put it on this screen. It is 30. I think it's 3,300 lumens at a 10,000 to 1 contrast. $89. That's what I paid for it. All right, ooh, that's nice. Let's go over here real quick. This is what we're going to do. We're going to bring up. Let me see. Let's bring up. Turnover, yes. Oh, the projector only does 4.3. It's that old. Rest on the projector is on the XGA. No 4K, no 1080p. Now let's look at the lights on, lights off. So got window light coming in. Good kitty. Now imagine if I hit this with a 4,300 lumen projector. If I hit this with 4K. And my settings are still low on my projector. They're still set on low. Actually, I want the GE Jazz. Where's the Jazz at? That's what I want. That Jazz demonstration. Oh, shit, I forgot. The lights are off. The freak. So what happens if we take a 1,000 lumen projector and we stick half of it on the wall? Now, would a 1,000 lumen projector look the same way if we're using our screen? How does our screen improve a 1,000 lumen projector? Well, we got half of it on the wall and we got half of it on the screen at 1,000 lumens in a fully lit environment, which means it just shows you that the screen actually enhances your projector's capability. Keep in mind, the projector I have behind me has a 200 to 1 contrast. Not 20,000 to 1, not 10,000 to 1, 200 to 1. Wait. We're still not done yet. Let's make it even harder. It's way too easy. I think the curtains are blocking too much light. What do you think? I think they're blocking too much light. Hold on for a minute. Oh, I like this gun. Okay, let's bring a little bit more light into the environment because now we don't have enough light. What about that? Is that enough light? Told you people can see me. See right there? That's the guy with the dogs. That's my buddy right there. Cool dude. So now we got plenty of light in the environment. Look at this. Let's back it up here. Come on, let's go all the way back. Yes. That's better, right? What do you agree? Agree. That looks fantastic. Now we got 1,000 lumens traveling across, and we are now running it, keeping it low. We're going to grab another demonstration. Sorry about that. So here we are at 1,000 lumens. The screen's sitting halfway up. So the black contrast is not even going to show. Let's pull up red rose. Red rose. I could go for a cup of tea right now. Oh man, I can't wait. These motorized projection screens, I can't wait till we get these things up and going. Oh, these screens are going to be so freaking cool, man. We're not, trust me, anything we're doing over here is not going to be like traditional. We're going to do things completely different. We're actually thinking about designing 3D printing screens. Now this is the flower demonstration I like to do from time to time. Bam! There you go. Gray screen paint mix. Half foot on the ceiling. Lifting up the projectors, you can see it for yourself. That's me bringing the screen up. Now, I told you before now, keep in mind, real quick, any screen out there, DMP Supernova and the big boy screens, Black Diamond, whatever, so on and so on. So those screens are far more better than the screen paint mix. The reason why I told you that there's nothing new about these screen paint mixes or whatever UV, whatever it's called, there's nothing different about it. It's just everyday primer. That's all it is. What is the difference between a Dark Star 9? Why is a Dark Star 9 $3,000? The reason why illustration where I think Elite Screens was doing a black screen. They did do a black screen behind one of their screens. All right, demonstration clearly. I showed you my technology. I was producing a much brighter image and better contrast. So when these companies are testing out their screens, what color screens do you think they're using when they test out their screens side by side? Black Diamond did tons of demonstrations on white screens. The demonstrations they are using, yes, they're doing white screens. Anything can beat a white screen. Anything can beat a white screen. You can take bare silver screen and that will beat a white screen. Put a little more black into it, make it darker, that will beat a white screen. White screen has no, only thing it has is a high neutral white color. That's it. It has no contrast. It has no color. So anything darker than that screen is going to beat it. So that's not really a challenge. Now, if you were doing your screen against another gray screen, that would be a challenge. That's why you might see doing demonstrations on this projector right here at 1,000 lumens against another black house paint, black material. I've done black material, black paint, all kinds of stuff of different black surfaces, showing you that the difference between our technology and something else. All right. But if I do a black screen against, I do a black screen against a gray screen, and those are my main point demonstrations because I'm pointing contrast, then it's a given my screen's going to automatically produce a higher contrast because the screen is black. But that's why I do demonstrations against black screens versus black screens, or black paint versus our screen, to show you that our screen pulls out a beautiful white image. Because the first thing that pops into a person's mind when they think of a black screen, oh, the color is just going to be too dark, or it's going to be too dingy, it's going to be too dirty. And that's why I'm there using that projector of only 1,000 lumens. All right, so let's bring this down for a minute. I'm going to go over here and adjust this real quick. Bring this all the way down. So that way we can show the difference between the wall and the screen. You can see there's a difference even when using a little projector, that we're still maintaining a nice, beautiful, bright image. And if we hit the wall's going to fade out. So, is it just a screen paint that does this? Well, let me show you the difference. Now, let's go grab the sample sheet of the Dark Star 9. Now, this is for Crow. Crow, what is the difference between a Dark Star 9 and your screen paint? This is a Dark Star 9. It's about $16 for that sample sheet. What is the difference between that and your screen? Question of the day. This right here is a screen paint called Digital One Crystal Screen Paint. Now, we don't make it anymore because it's flawed. As you can see, it does not pull up beautiful images. The color is faded. It's washed out, as you can see. It doesn't make a difference if I use this with a high-end projector. It's going to react the same way. So it's old technology. We don't develop it anymore, right? So what is the difference between this and a UV mix? Now I'm going to show you the difference between this and you know, I'm getting my Elite Screens. Watch. See that? See how the color pulls out? That's the difference between a Dark Star 9 and gray screen paint. There's a difference. So how dark the image comes up? It's an image. Contrast. Brings out a much beautiful picture, better images. You can see the detail. See the detail popping up? Look at that. See that? There you go. Now it disappears. Disappears and it comes back. See right there? Go to sleep. Go to sleep. I'm just messing with you. But see, there you go. See? That's the difference. That's the difference between a Dark Star 9 and cheap screen paint mix. Now, he should be to do the same exact demonstration I just here. What is the difference between your technology and this? I can show you the difference between this and our screen. There you go. That's the difference between our technology and a Dark Star 9. Dark Star 9 price tag, I said $3,000. And should we do that again? So that way, now, if his product is different than this, he should be able to have his screen, that is this, look like this. Do it again. Now see here, where you can't see anything here? See all that? This is contrast. This is all contrast to make the detail, to make the flowers stand out. Now the flower stands out. See the detail, the contrast, it pulls in. See that? Look how beautiful that looks right there. Now watch this. Explain. This is way better than this. This is just everyday, cheap house paint. That's all it is. That's what you just paid for. You paid for cheap house paint. Because this right here can prove what it can do. The only difference, the reason why it doesn't show up on our screen, because our screen is black. It's 100% black. So it produces a higher contrast. And since it produces higher contrast, the color pop is going to be much, much higher. Look at the gain on it. Anytime anyone wants to question the gain on my technology that I developed. So you let me know what your theories are on that. Let's go over to the dark gray screen. Let me show you something pretty cool. Really quick. Now, the guy fellow, when they keep hitting back to the dark gray, the dark gray, the dark gray. There's a dark gray screen. Right. Let me show you something really cool. We're going to go over to really quick. Okay, fish. Okay, fish. Trying to find something. I want something, a lot of bright colors in there. I'm going to show you something. Okay, fish. The color that I'm looking for. Just give me a minute. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. That's perfect. I'm going to block our projector real quick. Dark gray. And you see dark gray is brighter than my screen, right? It's much brighter than my screen. It's dark gray, correct? Yes, much brighter. We're going to go with the Gray Cinema 5D, which is a little lighter than my screen, right? See something there? Dark gray screen doesn't make a difference if it's dark gray. It's still not going to pull up contrast and the color is still going to fail. Anything that comes up in that screen that produces any form of black level, it's going to come up as in that dark gray. I told you before, if you have the lights out and you're doing this demonstration, you're not actually seeing black, you're seeing shades of gray. That's all you're seeing. Depending on the shade of gray is the light gray, which you're going to see. You're going to see one is going to have a lighter gray because that's going to produce a higher white level. This one's going to be a little darker, but the gray is going to come up a darker gray. Let's see if we can find something to blend into that. Let's pick up all blues. Let's bring in some deep blues. Usually blues will reflect a little bit better. Let's bring some deep blues. Well, that'll be next year. We're going to do this new run next year. Can't wait. Take the lights out, give it a chance. We're still going to have a lot of light in the environment. Try something brighter. See if that'll bring it up. I can't flash it. All right, real treat. What we're going to do is we're going to shut down this right here. Because I can't shoot. Pretty much, just, okay, hold on for a minute. Let me get this demonstration. Well, even if you do, we do an OLED on this. The background, keep in mind, OLED demonstration backgrounds have to be all black. We all know that. This is why the room has to be in complete darkness. Any light in the environment, light that's coming in from my window that's hitting the screen, is going to cause the screen to go into, you can see, that's why you can see the gray around the screen. That window light that's pushing in, that's hitting the screen, even in this environment, you're not picking up a 100% black level. It's not going to come up. Lights on. All right, we're going to do a swap out up close and see what you're really getting. See, dark gray doesn't mean anything either. If the screen's not black, it's not going to pull up. Let's do a swap out real quick. How many people want to see the Sony, the big boy? It's the Sony VPL 4300 little projector. We'll do a swap out real quick. Take this off real fast. Take this out. Tomorrow. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I'm gonna start doing this every time I do a demonstration. We're gonna do the 4300 lumen Sony VPL projector, a 1920 by 1200. Contrast level will be only at 3000. That's it. Let's throw this one off the table right now. Take this out and wait for the power cord to shut down. That's about it. Let's take all this out real quick right here. I'm gonna use all this. This thing takes a while to shut off. I would like to get my hands. I would love to get my hands on a. I'm still looking for in focus. I want an in focus projector, an Acer projector, a Sharp projector. I want to try Sharp. I don't have any Sharps here at all. I don't have a BenQ here either. I used to have a BenQ. I broke it. Like, really literally broke it by accident. I had it sitting on that black stand, and I was moving something. I bumped it, and the projector fell, and that was the end of it. All right, there we go. It's off. Now, I'm going to show you the back of this projector really quick. You see how old this thing is? This is the back of my projector right there. As you can see it, that's an HDMI converter. It doesn't change the signal at all. It just allows you to run a HDMI port to the back of a VGA, but that's how old it is. Sony projector. Oh, good gracious. I gotta clean my filter. My filter is so freaking dirty. I gotta clean the filter on this thing. This thing is so old. Oh, baby. All right. I'll bring the bad boy up. The big boy. 4,300 lumens. Okay. I'm gonna run this one through the Xbox. That's sweet. Amazing. And now watch after I hook this up, somebody comes in the room and says, why don't you just show your projector settings? Did that already. We did that already. We're late. We're still pretty late. Let's see. Projector right here. We've got the Sony. I think we're going to run this through the Xbox One. Call you back. That's my bullhorn on my phone because I have a habit of walking around the house and leaving my cell phone in some of the weirdest places and I can't find it, so I have to use my other cell phone to call my other cell phone to find it. And on top of that, if I'm wearing headsets, I can definitely hear that. All right, so this right here is my Sony projector right here. The big boy. This is the big one I was showing you. These are the ones we have on the website. We have one of these left on the website right there. And I'm going to actually hook up my Optima GT5500 Ultra Short Throw. This screen right here is a screen that was a 8 light projection, and this right here is the wallpaper projection screen. Just gonna bring this so I can see that is wallpaper right there. That's a wallpaper screen. Wallpaper screens are already coated, so you don't have to do any painting. It's a screen that's designed that you can just take it out of the box and just stick it to your wall, and you're done. That's what they're used for. Some people have restrictions where they can't paint on their walls, and that's where the wallpaper is coming at. Makes it a lot easier for people to be able to put a screen up without a lot of assembling, stuff like that. You know, make it easier for them. All right, let me see. What is going on here? Where is my power cord? Power cord. Put that in there like that, like so. All right, so now we have the Ultra Short Throw. This way, in this demonstration, you'll get a chance to see. Why is my cord so short here? Where is this? This is not supposed to be here. That goes to the lights. Oh, I got the cords mixed up. Okay. This one goes here. This one goes here. The cords, two different directions. Okay. You'll get a chance to see the projector and Ultra Short Throw. And then you'll get a chance to see it over here on Sony. All right, so we got the two projectors set up side by side. Here we go. We have the Optima GT5500 at 10,000 to 1 contrast. This is my work computer. I use this right here for basically this screen right here. And this right here is the Sony projector right there, the big boy. That's the 300 lumen venue right there. We'll put that right there like so. And we'll come in and power this up. This projector always sits in eco mode. Always sits in eco mode. Because these things basically they make a lot of noise. They make a lot of noise, but if your area is like mine, because I'm doing this in a little room, yeah, it's basically just trying to pull in air. You know what I mean? So I just stick it in eco mode. It works like just fine. Where am I running through this? Do I have the Xbox running through this? I think I have an Xbox One running through this, or I have the PS4 running through this. Let me see. No, it's Xbox One running through here. Here we go. This is an amazing gaming screen. I love gaming on the screen. Marvel vs. Capcom. Here we go. All right, so we got that running. Okay. If I have to sit there and explain to you that's blue or white, you gotta leave. Goodbye. Nonsense. Gotta go. He's gonna ask me, is the screen blue or white? Are you kidding me? You dude, seriously? You've been blocked. All right. I entertained him long enough, and I shouldn't have entertained him that long to begin with. we can all see your screen's green, so I don't have time for that kind of nonsense. You gotta go. This is what I'm talking about. If you prove them wrong at what you do, all they do now is just go in and just basically just complain about every little thing. That's all they can do. I don't have time to entertain you on that level. Back in a few minutes, people. This is why I need to get another phone. One for recording and one for doing this. Let's get the Xbox up here. You see what the Xbox dashboard looks like on the screen. Let's go over here and let's pull up. I have the Marvelous versus there, but I'm not going to play it. It's too late. My wife is sleeping right now. Let me see what the 43 looks like on here. Oh man, yesterday warmer day, man. We got some cold weather in. Today I put the air conditioner in to cool the room down because I'm running like 2 projectors at the same time. It gets freaking cold outside. I'm not pulling that projector out. Not today. Not projector, but air conditioner, leaving it in. So if anyone's trying to reach me, I'll be right back with you. Gotta give me a minute. Gotta give me a minute. So that's 4,300 lumens. Right there, my friend. 4,300 lumens in eco mode. That's 1080p. The other projector was 720p. Other projector looked good, didn't it? That Sony projector looked very good. I told you, it really doesn't make a difference on your projector. You know what I mean? I mean, of course, yeah. If you want to get the projector I have is when I was using the demonstration, is very, 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 very old projector. You know, but like I said, you know, what I mean, the technology can make that projector look good. It makes everything look fancy. Just don't use any knockoffs because, like I said, we don't support the knockoff projectors. We don't support those. Let me see it real quick. I got loaded on here. I don't have sound to this. Well, I have the sound hooked up, I just don't have it hooked up. That's wallpaper, all right. Matter of fact, you know what? I got one better than that. Let's go with the T. I got the TCL. TCL. 4K. Wait, that's not, there's more! Black paint. Stick that. Bam! Right in the middle. Put some black paint up there, people. We gotta put black paint up there. It's 4,300 lumens. We gotta put black paint up there. What will happen? What will happen? What will happen with black paint up there on the screen? Let me show you right quick. Here we go. So dirty image kits. That's what black paint does. Beautiful yellows. I wanted to go back to the one where the female was doing a Sleeping Beauty. That's what I wanted. And I said you have to have different shades of white. Look at the skin tone on it. Look at the different shades of white. The hair, the color of the dress. See the difference? Black paint, there's no telling. No. The screen is displaying black and white at the same time, where basically it's not producing too much of a high contrast level. So if we go here, we take this part of the screen, put it here, the dirty image here, right there, and then we'll take, sorry if you're all walking with me on this journey. One cannot pull contrast, and the other one can't pull a white level. See how dirty that looks? If you were to switch them up, let's take this one. This one will be able to pull up a better white level. Let's put this one. I know you're all thinking the same thing. Well, switch it up, man. Switch it up. Yeah, this is going to pull a higher white level over here. And this one over here will pull a higher black level. So now you got pulling a higher white level and a higher black level. Okay. Now, let's take this. So, like I said, gray screen is going to have the ability to pull a higher white level. It's a white screen. That's almost near white screen. Of course, that's a given. That's going to happen. But if you put it against black, it can't pull contrast at all. It just screen washes out. And if you take the black screen, which can pull up a black level, it can't pull white. I love these demonstrations I do. Let's put you over here for a minute. Yeah, I know someone was thinking that right now. When I was doing the demonstration, I guarantee someone was saying, well, hey, how about you switch them up? Of course I'm going to switch them up. I'm not going to hide anything from you. I'm going to show you everything you want to see. There we go. Now let's go back. And let's show off the screen displaying both black and white at the same time to make a perfect image. Because one screen is lacking hardly too much of a high white level, and the other screen is having too much of a high contrast level. One produces too much black, one produces too much of a white level. So the high white level screen, which is a gray screen paint, can't produce contrast, where the contrast screen is producing such a high black level, it can't produce a white level. So you get a screwed up picture either way. With our technology, perfect blend of both. White levels are not so low that the screen looks dirty, and the black level looks absolutely magnificent. So look at the white levels on the technology. And not only is it displaying white, it's displaying several levels of white. Now, you let me know when Mr. J has showed you a demonstration with his gray screen paint displaying contrast and explained it to you on the level I just explained it to you and showed you live and proving my theory. Again, look at her face. Get close so you can see yourself. See? Different shades of white. Even down to her fingernails, the brush, everything. Different shades. If this image was so dirty, all this would come up dark. You wouldn't be able to see it. You wouldn't be able to tell one color, one light shade from another light shade. People don't think about that. When someone shows you a dark screen and says this is how his image is coming out. If the image was coming out that dark, you couldn't tell one shade of white from another because they would all look the same. But that's impossible. No, not really. It would come out dirty regardless. Same dirty image. That's why when the guy was telling me to show you the video on the food commercial over and over again, because he wanted to see the white levels come out on the white screen or gray screen, and he wanted to show that how our screen was not producing a high enough white level. Now that's why I came over here and I did the black and white. In the black and white demonstration, I can show you where the black screen is going to produce a low white level, and I can show you the difference between the two. I can switch it over and I can show you where I put light gray screen where the white screen was at, where it produced, yes, a high enough white level, but the problem is when you go to switch it over to the black screen, the contrast disappears. It's no longer there. Where our screen, I can go back and take both of them off and I can show you a perfect balance of both of them together. One not lacking one over another. Gray screen is lacking contrast, so when it goes to black levels, it's going to suffer. The black screen is suffering white levels, so when it goes to white level, it's going to suffer. Our technology produces both at the same time. It's so high that it's showing multiple shades of white. Now, question you have to ask yourself again. If you're questioning crow's paint, you have to ask, if he does a contrast demonstration, will you see multiple shades of black? This is why I said our demonstrations are unmatched. And we still have light pouring in. It is around right now in my room, around 11 o'clock. And check your time right now, see what time it is. If you're on my side of the planet, you know the time right now, around 11 o'clock right now. And look how beautiful the screen is kicking at 11 o'clock. Cha, cha, cha. I love this. I love this. Love it. This is my Red Bull in the morning, or now in the afternoon. Look at the white levels, skin tone, look how bright the reds are. If I popped up out of a piano, I'd be kind of freaked out. All right, there we go. Watch this. Now, we've seen this demonstration before done, right? Remember this demonstration displaying his gray UV mix, showing that our product produced a black image on the screen in the demonstration, showing the woman's cheekbone. I remember seeing this particular demonstration in one of his videos where he displayed this particular area right here, showing that our product produced a very dark image. Well, if we're using black paint, let's see what happens. And that's what happens if you hit one of our screens with black paint. That's how it comes up. Let's get real close and see what it looks like. So let me get this. So hold on. Let's go back here. Let's just pretend. Let's do some role playing. Let's pretend that the black screen we're seeing in front of us is actually a gray screen. So this is a gray screen we're looking at right now. All this is gray. This is a UV screen. This right here is Supreme 8 technology right here. We're going to take this right here and we're going to stick this in the screen, and I'm going to show you why black screens are a failure and why you shouldn't buy them. Now you see how dark the image is compared to the UV mix? Look how dark the image comes up. This is how the demonstration was done. You don't want a dirty image, you want a clean image. A clean image, that's what you want. But this is black technology. This is house paint. I like how, hold on. That stare, like, you know you're wrong. Hold on. Look at that stare. You were wrong. This is beautiful. Check this out. Let's go. I'm going to do the peacock real quick. Check this out. Here we go. So think, for $179, you could paint a screen like this. You don't have to worry about being in the dark. You don't have to worry about calibrating your projector. You don't have to worry about any of that whatsoever. Now, if I just did this demonstration on a cheap projector, like I told you, any other projector is going to look absolutely insane. This is not 4K. This projector is not 4K. It's a 1080p projector. Hold on. Get a better view for you. Pull back the curtain so you can see the screen. Your next to an open window. And you have light in the environment, nice and bright. Now I have, if somebody comes in the room, they'll probably say, well, it's a 4300 lumen projector. I just did this demonstration on a projector, freaking 1,000 lumens. You're mad, I tell you. Absolutely mad. Let's see. Now you know why that's easy to do? Because, check it real quick. See the red stuff? Let me show you why that's easy to do. Find it. No, you know what? Forget it. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go. Let's go. We're gonna do an outside demonstration today. That demonstration is still gonna happen. We're gonna do an outside demonstration today, and we want Crow to match it. Let's see what time we got. Are we gonna do it today? No. I forgot. Oh, mother chicken! I still got orders to pump out today. We'll do the demonstration tomorrow. Okay, outside at 5 o'clock. All right, let's see space. Reconnecting. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah. Oh. No, this is better because I got more of them out there on that one altogether. Let's see. Be nice. Be nice. We got to do an outside demonstration today, or not today. I'm sorry, tomorrow. We have to do it tomorrow. I haven't did a live outside demonstration tomorrow. We have to do an outside on one of the screens. Here you go. Want you to see how much light is sitting outside on that screen? Like I said, it's more than welcome to try to do any of our demonstrations outside. Any one of these demonstrations, Mr. Crow, you can try to match one of any of them with your paint. That's an easy one. That was a gray screen. That's easy to do. None. How about outside on you claim you're designing a form of visible screen paint. This is ambient light rejection technology on visible technology outside. It's not inside the house. These are out. I like to do demonstrations outside because that's if you're going to test ambient light, it has to be done outside. Evening hours. This is my screen outside. Angle gain on it. Producing 190-degree viewing angle outside. Now we're supposed to get the screen 100 inch. Actually, this is the 84. The 100 inch and the 140. That's pretty easy. What about this one right here? Okay, how are we doing up there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Luminous 4K Screen Paint using AMP. Anytime you want to do any of these demonstrations outside, okay, how are we doing up? You let me know. All right, out here doing some demonstrations. Any one of these demonstrations, if you want to match it, let me know. Ambient light rejection cinema screen paint, that is around 50. Here with this much light. Any more? Here we go. This is a motorized projection screen outside. Check this out. Motorized. This was a motorized projection screen that I bought off eBay for $68. Let me show you the screen right here. That's what our technology did to a $68 motorized projection screen outside. Pretty cool, huh? Here you go. What about this one? No windows, no doors, nothing to protect the screen in any way whatsoever. Outside in all elements. Another demonstration outside at around about 8 o'clock. That's another demonstration right here. This is called 1100 Lumen Challenge. It's never been beat. The projector I showed you, now keep in mind, the projector I showed you in the demonstration, this projector here was used in that challenge. That is, now mind you, at the time I thought the projector was 1100. We found out today that the projector actually is 1000 lumens. So it was 1000 lumens sitting outside. This was a challenge that was never met. So the same projector you just saw me do in here was a projector that was done at my other house. 10 feet back from the screen. 10 feet back on a 100-inch screen outside daytime hours. And around 7 o'clock. So keep in mind, if I had already used this projector in our demonstrations and I had tested this technology outside using this projector, what do you think was going to happen if I brought it in here on live? It's a cakewalk. We did it already. We did it on a much harder level. So doing it outside is very hard to do. Inside, oh man. There you go. This is a black invisible technology. Keep in mind the screen is black. Not only am I pushing an image on one side, but I'm pushing the image out on the other end, which means there is ambient light hitting the back and front of the screen at all times. That screen is used. You will see me walk to the back of the screen. The image will push through the opposite side. There you go. What you're seeing on the screen is a reflection of the cars that are reflected from across the street. The light, the projector we're using is 3700 lumens. 3700 lumens couldn't punch through that screen and leave a glare, but that picture screen, the screen is designed so it cuts down on 98% of any glare that pushes through the projector to the surface, so you don't see that blinding glare. But we can pull that image. Keep in mind, at 37 lumens outside, you do not have 3700 lumens. Let's see what else we got here to play around with here. Oh, here we go. Football game outside. Football game. Okay, we're 5:06 p.m. I'm outside. We're watching a football. Yeah, football game outside. Now I've done this demonstration at around early in the morning with sunlight. So 5 o'clock, I can produce an image outside. Little Teen Titans. I'll put that at the bottom of the video. At the bottom of the video in the description box. What was that when I did this? Oh, I was on the porch and I did that one. There you go, right here. That's my screen. That's one of the screens outside. Projector sits back 21 feet. These are the air. This is the inflatable screens. And these are the older ones. We're actually going to get much better ones than this. As a matter of fact, I got to do a demo. I got to buy one today and coat it with a Supreme 9. Yeah, we got to act do one of those today. Okay, how's everybody doing out there? First of all, my name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Crypto. Illustrations. Let me know. Inside is too easy. We got to do it outside. Yes! I work with this guy. There you go. I got one for you right there. How about this one? Okay, how we doing up there? First things first. My name's Kenneth Bird. That's a tabletop projection screen. So that's on plexiglass. Using a 720p projector. This right here is a... Let's see what else we got here. Anything else you might want to try to do? I don't think I'm doing any of these demonstrations. Here we go, one right here for you. No, you're not going to do that one. Okay, how about... Nah, that's not going to happen. Okay, here you go. Here's Crow's screen paint mix outside. You didn't want to do the demonstration? Well, okay, we do it for you. Project demonstration. That one right there. That's your product outside. We're outside with a Supreme 7 screen paint. That's Supreme 7. On this side we have Pro screen paint. This is the professional mix. This right here is a Supreme 7. Let me show you real quick. I'm going to pause this just for a minute so you can see that the projector we're using is a Sony projector at 1100 lumens. Same projector. 12 feet back. We're going to repeat the same demonstration on this product. See, we have plenty of light out here. I'll show you that this is the demonstration. But we're also going to do that screen next to Bear Silver Screen. So we have his product out there in Bear Silver Screen, and we'll have the same projector we did in the same demonstration. We're going to repeat the same demonstration. So we're going to be in a different area because I don't live there anymore. There's your product right there, my friend. This is actually, we coated an air mattress. An air mattress. Oh, wait, those are pictures. We can't do that. Those are pictures. I need the actual video. That's when we're doing slideshows. We need an actual video of that right there. Outside with a gray screen paint mix. Watching Tron. Anytime you want to match any one of my demonstrations, you let me know. $818. That screen wasn't even black, it was silver. So we had an ambient light rejection silver screen that could produce a dark contrast level. Just like a black. Okay, how are we doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Luminous 4K screen paint. I'm going to get to it because I do a lot of talking. We all admit that I do a lot of talking. Do demonstrations against it, it's no point. I already know what the outcome is going to be like. So if anything different, you would have done the challenge. So this is our victory challenge or unmatched challenge. Unmatched challenge. So this right here, when we basically asked him to do the demonstration outside, we gave him a challenge, a 4-day challenge. In the 4-day challenge, he was supposed to take his screen paint outside and do a demonstration outside in the hours requested. It was never done. So since he didn't do the demonstration, that's why we brought his screen paint, brought it up here, did side by side, and then he didn't do it. We actually showed the screen didn't perform well. So we did a victory challenge. This is our victory challenge right here, celebrating. The screen is outside. Boom! Boom! Inside. You want something really hard? I'll show you something really, really hard. Oh, wait. Hold on. Is that the big one? No. Okay, people, how we doing out there? First things first. My name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Luminous 4K screen paint using ambient light. Share this one here. I got all my neighbors on the other end that are looking at the screen right now because they're amazed because my screen is sitting out here. Feel free to try to match that demonstration. I would love to see you do that one. I'm watching that screen off my deck. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, so right here with the screen paint mixes, cheap mixes, next to our superior technology screen, actually next to the Supreme 7. So right here we... That was a 7. Let me see what we got going on here. Those are all inside. Insides are easy. There's no challenge in doing inside screens. Here we go. Check this out. I bet you don't use this much light in your environment. Time at 4. This is when we're doing demonstrations against white screens outside. Well, not in that kind of neighborhood, but you know. So this was a display in this demonstration that when we're doing demonstrations developing our own form of inflatable screen, how a white screen cannot pull an image outside, but black technology can. This is show you how you're getting contrast from our technology compared to a white screen. That's why I feel like the future technology when it comes to outdoor screens or indoor screens, gray screens and black screens are just not there anymore. There we go. Look at this. Okay. Oh, wait. I'm going back over here for a minute. .235.1. I think it's a very few. This one actually did in the dark. The 235.1. Someone wanted to see that screen in the dark, straight in the dark. Okay, how are we doing out there? First things first. My name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Luminous 4K screen paint using ambient light projection technology. Game time 2 and 3. 502, 3 feet from the stoop. My entire porch from here. I got to get out of here. I got things to do today. Hold on. I'm having too much fun. Yeah, I just want to let go of the control. I'm having fun. So, oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 50 lumen. There's another challenge right here we gave the crow. We never matched it. This was a love it or hate it 5-day challenge. Match or better our technology. This demonstration was done on a 50 lumen pocket projector outside. We asked him, we had 4 days. He never completed the challenge. Let me show you. There we go. There's the pocket projector, 50 lumens. Well, 7 feet from the screen. 7 feet from the screen. And let's see if your screen paint can pull up an image outside. 7 feet back on 50 lumens. So this is going to be our 5-day challenge. Now, never did it. Oh, the arcade table. Found it. Yes, this is the arcade table. Okay, how we doing out there? First things first. My name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Luminous 4K screen paint using ambient light projection technology. All right, I'm out of here. I gotta go. I gotta get back to work. Thank you all for your time. I gotta go, and God bless. I just got orders that just popped a few minutes ago. I gotta get out of here. God bless.